We now resume chaos. I mean, it is night. It is dawn. The jungle. There's an hour or so for everybody to do the necessary washing and whatever else a pack of stranded 16-year-olds do in the morning. You have a wicker raft that you keep casting fly upon. Let me make sure I got my characters called up. And at current levels, the spell fly gives you 12 minutes of flight per 15 PPE at 35 miles an hour.
And we do have a PPE battery.
Yes,
And
we
we do
do.
have a PPE battery. In that you have again summoned Pyre.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But you drained Pyre.
Yes.
Oh, well.
He's down to 40 PPE right now.
Well, we'll let him
Yep.
recharge then.
And I'm assuming that you guys are going to continue to try to fly your way home.
I mean, it's working so far, and not being devoured by dinosaurs is preferable.
Can we get another 10% on your mic, Josh?
Sure. How's
Oh,
that?
that does it. That does it. Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
Okay. I have this big, bold, beautiful pin locating where you guys are in the jungle.
You are here.
You you are here. Where is here? I don't have to tell you that.
I mean, I can try another astronomy roll eventually.
As soon as you have new data.
Yes. That's what I meant by eventually.
So you have established that you're in the southern hemisphere of the same planet.
And we were in the northern hemisphere when we were
Yep.
doing all of our other escapades.
Yeah,
Yes.
the longitudes of the latitudes of the Palladium continent roughly translate to North America. Like the southern bit of Palladium is about Yucatan level.
Oh. So we're not even on the same continent then, for sure.
No. We're on the opposite side of the world in the southern hemisphere.
It's almost like you pissed a major demon off and he sent you to Dino Australia.
Yeah, somewhere that's not on the map. Dang.
Here be dragons. Kind of literally, but you know.
Hey, if anything, if we're able to get our our fleet back, we'll know where we can find and harvest dinosaurs.
Oh bloody hell!
Ooh. I wonder, didn't we say something about could they possibly be used to substitute for dragon blood?
Nope.
I don't
They're
think
non-magical
so.
creatures, and you haven't. Yeah,
Oh.
they're animals. Your characters have regained their earthly memories, so you know what dinosaurs are, and you've encountered at least one dragon, so you know they're different.
Is that a
Okay.
genetically modified direwolf? I'm kidding.
All right. So if you guys are going to continue to travel log, let's be about it and encounter roll for the morning.
Oh.
Oh boy. Who wants to roll it?
Not Joe. He's currently AFK.
Does it say something flying this way comes and kind of roll will start off our next adventure?
Oh, there was an encounter roll last time that something happened, wasn't it?
Yeah, and you gave me back like 30 of my PPE because
Yeah, you said something flying this way comes.
I was able to do some meditation. Oh.
Yeah, that's right, because you rolled a 2.
Ah. Well.
Let us be about this adventure.
Whatever shall I do?
Probably throw something horrifying at us.
I don't know. It seems like a beautiful morning to you.
Oh,
it's always the beautiful mornings you have to watch out for.
I'm not Homer. I'm not going to describe the dawn as cute.
Doesn't work on metal or plastic. Okay,
That's why
I'm
you
back.
guys are flying around on a wicker raft.
Yep.
Probably call it a little more like a wicker flat bottomed boat, but
The apple bottom boat. Yeah.
so
I can't
it's a
come up with
morning.
another.
You guys are relying on supernatural food.
Oh yeah, that's right. So we're gonna have to expend some for. Oh, how much does it cost for his food?
15 to feed the party a meal.
That's not bad.
No.
All right. Let us make him pay for it. The mooch.
Okay.
Mostly because we're providing the majority of
Who's
the
paying for what
PPE
now?
here, and yet, oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. He totally had enough.
Our wizard has our wizard ghost has knows the spell summon create bread and milk.
Yep.
So you guys are living off of like whole wheat bread and whole milk to stay alive at the moment.
That's not going to suck in the long term.
Hey, I'm not tracking how often you guys need to take bathroom breaks.
Besides,
Just-
all the party members are male, so it's not like we can't just whiz off the side.
I was more thinking about the bread and water punishments and why they're a punishment.
Whole milk, you can actually live off of whole milk all by itself,
Yeah.
honestly.
Right.
The scurvy won't become an issue for a while now.
We're in a tropical climate. We'd probably be able to find some kind of vegetation that gives off fruit of some kind or another.
Would you guys like to descend into the canopy and the rainforest and hunt for fruit?
Not particularly at the moment.
Oh, I was just wondering. So
No.
won't be a problem for a little bit.
Wait. Well, wait a second here. If we have him cast Flies the Eagle on somebody and go down and they could grab it, like let's say for example, our ranger, that's 40 minutes of being able to fly around faster than us that he could actually go down, grab some stuff, and then come back up.
Let's
You
see,
want to
but
turn
does he have?
Scarrett into Peter Pan and have
Does he?
and send him into the jungle alone?
Does he have ID plants and fruits?
Yes, he does. He's a ranger.
Okay, just verifying.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's 25.
Are we down with this plan? Does Daryl object?
Going alone into the jungle when we've seen big nasty creatures all around? Kind of, yeah.
But you can fly away if you need to.
So can some of the creatures.
I can't believe how much. This is supposed to be something you're good at. Come on.
Oh, geez.
Come on,
You
nature
have
boy.
you have leather armor. You're fast. You can go 50 miles an hour if you really want to push it.
This just sounds
Go
like
in there. Go in there and find some stuff. Yeah, you're good. You're good.
like I said, still sounds like a bad idea to me.
Well, my character's not well endowed with those skills, so.
So maybe we go somewhere where we don't have to,
Yeah, less vegetatively dense areas would probably work best.
All right.
I mean,
I can't wait to see that.
I mean,
I was gonna say,
yeah,
usually where there's less vegetation, there's less chance to find
that's
the
true.
vegetation that
I
can provide us with
guess.
vitamin C.
Yes, but if
Yeah.
Minecraft has taught me anything, it's you can live on the edge of the jungle. I see the fruit right there. I'm safe over here.
Minecraft has taught you anything, it's that you can literally make nothing into something, and your head is a block.
As the GM, I'm just going to say that the characters are actually having this Minecraft argument.
Uh,
Yep.
It's funny.
I love Daryl. Daryl's awesome.
I mean, we've already fought the living dead. We've seen all kinds of crazy creatures. How do we know we're not trapped in the Minecraft world?
Nothing is
Because
square.
everything's right. Nothing
Yeah.
is square.
Could just be a poor interpretation on what's his face's part. Can't think of
Yeah.
his name.
You mean Notch?
Yeah.
You think you'd make a game with this level of fidelity?
Were you guys going to go
Shangri-La.
somewhere at some point?
I thought we had. Didn't we have the encounter row? No.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's a beautiful day, clear skies,
Oh boy.
Well,
nice,
my
refreshing, humid breeze.
character's gonna go back to meditating while we fly, and
Like,
you guys can figure out the PPE side because
because we're going that way, or no,
we're going.
going that way.
We go that pure west.
Pure
or
West,
north.
yeah.
The GM is not responsible for you guys managing your gas, your gas tank. So you have to do your own PPE math.
Okay.
I have PPE that I can burn.
You are our heavy hitter though, so we
I
have
am
to
I am the
be
heavy
careful.
hitter currently. So
Yeah.
who's got PPE to spare?
Christoph does. Yeah, that's
right.
right. He doesn't need his.
Right.
All 30 of them. He can give us 24 minutes.
Cool.
All right. That is 0 out of 30 now. Boom. That's what you get for going and joining the musical. Go drama club, but also we're gonna drain your character of his PPE.
No PPE for you.
Yes. All right. We need what? 3 more casts to make it a full hour.
Yep.
We already drained the other people.
I mean, if I make my meditation roll, I can regain a crap ton fast, but that's dependent upon my ability to roll well.
True. And you also
Your
have to
alleged
spend some
ability to
PPE
roll
to
well.
like that.
What was that?
Yeah,
Your
so you
alleged
have to be.
ability to roll well.
My alleged
Yes.
ability, yeah.
Yes.
Daryl's not using his PPE.
No, he's not.
Didn't we? I thought we. Didn't we drain them last time?
Didn't you
Or did we
guys
not?
just start with the morning after 6 hours
Yeah.
of sleep? He's
Yep.
sitting at 41.
Oh. That's right. We had the numbers for that last. Oh.
So you're wanting to drain my PPE while I'm one of the people who can heal people if they get injured.
With ISP, not PPE.
Yeah, those are two different things. Yeah,
Oh,
you
okay.
can't use your PPE for anything. You don't have any spells.
Yeah,
Never
in the
mind.
game, adolescents have high PPE so they can do the magic of growing up. And
Yeah,
as
which
soon as
is
you're grown up, you lose it.
huh.
Which
Interesting.
is why everybody wants to sacrifice 8th graders. Not because they're terminally annoying, but for the PPE.
Yeah.
I think that might
Also,
be,
the
nope.
I was like, also not because they're virgins. Has nothing to do with that. You could be a
Growing up,
50-year-old virgin and
growing up where I grew up, I would never make that argument.
well, just another reason not to grow up in Ohio. Um. Could we have Ghost go and just do the other 3 casts?
Well, let's look at your who's present, right? What is your roll call? It's everybody's here. So you have
No, you're right. You're right.
you have Ghost, Daryl, Yuri, which I think is Rodney's character,
Yes.
Dodger, and Yuri and Dodger don't use their PPE either.
Okay.
Cool.
So they used up their PPE the last couple times that we were going through and doing it, but
five PPE per hour of sleep, assuming at least 6 to 8 hours of sleep. I'll be generous and call that 30 PPE a night.
Nice.
okay.
So that means as a base.
Gotcha.
So Yuri, you've got Yuri. So not pulling from like Smallville, who uses it, Badger, who uses it. But as a base, you guys will get from Yuri, Daryl, and Dodger. You've got an hour and 12 minutes. Without taxing any of your other sources.
That's still pretty
Gotcha.
good.
Yeah. I feel like there's so much math that goes into this.
Well, you guys, yeah, but
40.
before Google Maps, that was involved in any road trip. If fuel was not readily available.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dodger is 35. Wow, such good.
So
Smallville
that
has 30.
That's 42 miles. 42 miles a day, just off of powered by puberty.
The power of puberty compels you.
Propels you, yes.
Propels
you.
You said how much? How much did they gain?
It can't move a 14-year-old off of a gym wall during a homecoming dance, but you can fly over Jurassic Park if you're motivated enough.
So you said 6 hours of sleep? Is that right?
Yeah, assume 6 hours of sleep. If everybody goes to bed for 8 hours, yes.
Okay, so that's 30 each. And then
So
are we also counting the 2 an hour that they can, or is it? No, it's sleep or rest, right?
Yep.
Okay.
No, it's sleep or meditation.
Oh.
They don't have that skill.
Yeah, they
all
don't.
mages, psychics have to buy the meditation skill. All mages get it automatically.
But this says nothing about Pyre recharging and then also using him.
Okay, so Pyre gets 10 an hour. So Pyre then is if Pyre gets 10 an hour, then Pyre gets, and he's not sneaking privacy in the middle of the night or standing guard. So so Pyre gets probably 80 a day, at 80 a night.
All right.
So that's another 5 castings. No. 15, 30, 60. Yeah, that's 5 castings there. That's another 60. So 77 miles a day for Pyre to break even, or Pyre to gain. Pyre gains 5 PPE to his base. so he can start recovering from 40. And then just the puberty power. So 77 miles.
That's a good distance.
Unless the mages want to start kicking in fuel.
Excuse me.
Scar needs to go and actually recover some of his.
Okay. So we're going to leave the people who use their PPE to have the PPE to use because this place is freaking dangerous.
That's probably the smarter choice.
Yeah.
Okay. Duly noted. So you guys spend 2 hours a day flying.
Hooray.
Well, I feel like there should be some kind of middle ground where we use some energy. Like, for example, if I was to go and use Scar, I can use some right away, and then while the other people are fueling it, I can meditate and get 10 an hour. And we could at least like intermittently go and utilize the fly spell.
And only
in
that,
each
but
situation.
You've got
I
2
can-
hours of flight. So what are you doing in those 2 hours of flight?
I'm meditating. Is Pyre going and fueling any of this?
Yes.
Yeah, the fire is fueling the second hour of flight.
Okay. So he's going to be down to 0 then?
No. So he gains 80, spends 75. His total goes up 5.
Oh, okay. Because he's getting 10 an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Of rest. He doesn't, automatically get 10 an hour of constant exertion. So, you fly for 2 hours, and you're going to meditate. And Rosebro, where are you at for PPE?
My PB, I have it currently at 70. I'm fully charged up.
Oh, you
So
want to
if
spend some of that?
I could spend some of that.
How
Let's
much?
see. So if I meditate, I get how much back? 10 an hour if I
If you
successfully
make your roll, otherwise you only get half of that back.
Right. I'm just trying to remember exactly how much I get back, how much I get with meditation.
10 per hour.
Oh, also, apropos of nothing, how high over the canopy are you guys flying?
I don't know. For me
I'd
personally,
say
I'd say a minimum of 100 to 200 feet.
So about a football field over the trees.
300 feet.
You think 300?
I think that we should go at least half the distance that the spell was able to go. It's 1,000 feet, potentially. I'd say at least 500.
You want to go 500? That way we're nice and far away from anything that may be living in the trees.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
why do you have to go out of short bow range?
Because short bow range.
And we have the choice to go out of short bow range.
Okay.
And if we do anything that's within short bow range, we're still going to be pretty visible. I mean, it's not going to stop us from call lightning, but that's a risk we'll have to take.
I gotta look
Okay.
up.
So tell me how much more gas you guys are willing to spend. You can see the edge of the rainforest and the beginning of more deciduous forest, and in the distance, some rolling hills.
Nice.
Like think Appalachian foothills.
So I got 2 hours of meditation on top of the rest I got before.
All right. Land
Fire get
navigation,
5.
astronomy
That's good.
navigation.
Nice. All right.
Hold on. I need to see if I can actually make a deep meditation roll to be able to really help pump a lot of PPE into it. Let's see. The
Yep.
meditation is at 30. That is a 37. I did not make it.
Hey, look, mountains. I mean, inner peace. Ooh, listen to that bird. Inner peace. Twitch, twitch, twitch.
Does he still get 5 an hour though for that?
I can still get 5 an
Mhm.
hour, so I can like what if I earned 20?
It's
I
15
can
per
get. I can
cast. I
get.
thought.
Was that?
It's 15 per cast.
So
So-
I'll burn 15. I'll burn 15 PPE and gain what? 2 back, or 10 back.
Yep.
So I'll just subtract 5. So I'm at 65.
And we get another 12 minutes out of that.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. That's another 7 miles. Let me fix that.
That's awesome.
There.
Yay!
Woohoo. Yeah. Progress.
I moved 5 pixels. Anyway.
Land
We are
nav.
absolutely building ourselves an
I
airship
got-
when we get back.
I got mine.
We're building an airship. Forget this. It's Final Fantasy time. Sooner or later, there will be an airship. I don't care.
It's time for deep magic or hard magic.
I wish that there was deep magic, little blood magic, little chronomancy. Ooh.
Do any of you guys have
ooh.
chemistry?
No.
I don't.
No.
I'm a doctor, good sir.
Yeah, a medieval doctor.
Whoa. No, I learned.
Give this man more leeches.
I learned
You
that
did
from.
not make it through med school in the USA. That's
I know.
14. Doogie.
I was about to
That's
say
right.
Doogie Howser.
It was. That's right. That's right. My character did get that from his.
Yeah, you're a medieval
training.
doctor.
Well, I'm no chemist, so
Nope.
not yet. I'm not.
Okay, so you're about 500 feet over the canopy. How many miles are you from the?
I made my land nav.
You guys hopefully couldn't see that.
Nope.
You have fled a total of 400 and roughly 430 miles from Mount Suggestion.
Nice.
Yeah. You're almost in a whole another state of being. And hey, look, not jungle, deciduous forest, not rainforest. Yay! Land nav success.
Forest.
And your ranger leads you accurately on.
What is a warlock? I could roll for Daryl too. What is he?
For what?
For navigation.
Don't need it.
Okay. Well,
We
alrighty
have
then.
somebody who showed up who can do the role. We don't need to feed XP to Sir can't be bothered.
But he's here. He's just not quite here.
Yeah. So he's gonna not quite get the XP. Moving right along.
Alrighty.
So like critical XP and general party progress, I'm generous with. You know,
Gotcha.
otherwise a lot of you would still be level 1 or 2.
True.
That being said,
And live certain future.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Understandable.
So it
People
is now almost noon, and you've basically shot your load magic flight wise.
Yeah.
But you're at the very edge of the rainforest, and you can see lighter, less dense vegetation out ahead of you, and even some places that are they're still forested, but they're like North American forested, not Hawaii, central Hawaii mountains forested.
All right.
A little more North Carolina and a little less Mohinga.
So could I spend 75 PPE and give us another hour?
Of course you can.
Cool. I do that. And then,
Also, still heading due west.
yeah. Yes. And I'm guessing over the last 2 hours, Pyre was able to get his normal 10 per hour.
Yep.
Okay. Plus this one makes that 75. I'll ask him to actually drain his for the next hour after that, and I will meditate once he takes over. So that'll be 2 full hours.
4 hours of air travel. Nice.
All right. That gives our badger another chance to be able to go and do deep meditation for a couple hours.
Badger can do
right?
deep meditation. That's 2 rolls of land navigation from for our ranger.
Ooh. Go, Daryl.
Just a second.
Okay.
Finding the appropriate dice in this mess.
The great adventure of running away, and I get to reveal Matt.
Yay. Map good.
How many rolls did you want?
2. 1 for each hour.
Well,
So
you failed on the first one
ooh.
and failed the second one.
That's not good. I wonder if anybody is be able to help us out with the land nav while we're doing that.
Astronomy is a short for astronomy and navigation as a skill.
Nice.
And I'm pretty sure Badger has it, as well
Yeah.
as Ghost.
I have astronomy and I'm rolling it, and I succeeded.
Woohoo!
Okay,
Go team.
fine. I'll move you back on course.
Thank you.
There is a cloud ahead of you that is dark and flying against the wind.
It's birds of some kind or a swarm of something. Let's go dive to the ground and take cover and hope that they haven't seen us.
Yep. We're out of magical juice anyways. Unless we want to
Well,
use Ghost.
I have magical juice. I'm fully back up to full strength again after more rest and relaxation.
Nice.
You're going to want to try to outrun a murder of crows.
No, okay, wait. How close are they?
Well, you see them a good 30 miles off, which means
Well, I
there's
wasn't.
probably like 4,000 of them.
Well, what I was suggesting was not necessarily trying to outrun them. It's assuming that they've spotted us or that they're gonna want to chase us. So I was thinking dive down to the ground and then take shelter.
Oh, sure. How will you guys hide from the crows?
We can turn a basket upside down.
I thought that there was a spell for that.
Do we have concealment of some kind?
That'd be a lore magic check, I think. If there's a magic spell for that.
Yeah. There's a couple different magic spells I think we could use, but definitely one for
Concealment.
lore magic. Let me roll that real quick. I get a 55. Nope, I rolled 86. That's a fail. Ooh, not
Who
good.
Who else has got lore magic?
The wizard who'd be casting said magic.
Oh yeah, Ghost can get a roll.
Nice. All right. His lore magic is 61. Dang.
Yeah.
Let me just do this real quick.
The nerd spent all 4 million of his 4.5 million disposable income on magic lessons, and it shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made it.
Yeah, he did. That's pretty sweet. And I will change that. Good deal. All right.
Okay. So if he casts it for 15 PPE, it lasts 1 hour per level of experience.
All right. So my suggestion is dive to the ground.
All right. So you guys dive to the ground, lightly wooded. The
Okay.
southern Minnesota kind of. So you dive to a clearing. Ghost draws a circle of concealment, which is a 20-foot circle around, which barely covers the whole group, but you can all kind of sit on the wicker, wicker boat. And I mean, it's wicker, like you can see through it this whole time you're flying. Which means we should probably make everybody do a small save versus insanity versus developing fear of heights. But hey man, I've climbed. I walked up all the stairs of the Eiffel Tower. You get high enough, that stuff starts to matter. And those stairs are see-through. Those are steel mesh stairs.
Mm-hmm. Save versus insanity.
I think I'm gonna be nice and call that a mental endurance save of like 5. You guys are moderns, you kind of know, but that still doesn't necessarily connect to your hindbrain.
Yeah,
But
no,
you
I
guys
get.
have 3 hours to rest and recover as 8,000 crows fly overhead.
All right. I roll a nat 5 and I have a +9 versus insanity, so.
I have a +10.
Yep.
I'm good.
Yep. As long as it's not a nat 1, yeah. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So what do we have to roll to beat it?
What's your mental endurance?
18.
Yeah.
So you have a plus
got a
to it,
+2.
for sure.
You need to roll a 3 or better.
3 or higher, then?
3 or higher to avoid developing a fear of heights from flying around 500 feet over the ground in a see-through hand-woven wicker flatboat.
I got a 15.
Yeah,
You're
doesn't
good.
bother you. You're totally buff. Right. So 3 hours of magical
What's 9
concealment.
plus?
So
Nice.
I guess while we're down there, I can.
Oh.
I guess I can
That
roll. What?
That wasn't a 10. That wasn't +10 on that. It's a 10 plus on a d20, but the DC check was lowered, so that's why I have a +3 to my mental endurance. I think that there's a natural 12.
yeah, 12 is the base.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so that's
Right. But
-15.
got it for sure. Yep.
It's 50. At the end of 3 hours of rest, probably you guys want lunch, huh?
I just made a successful roll for ID plants and fruits.
Nice.
Deeper into the forest, away from the clearing you guys are all magically concealed within, looks to be some ripe and delicious fruit. You've never seen it before. It looks something like a pomegranate.
Okay. But we know it's edible and not poisonous.
You don't know whether or not it's edible because you've never seen it before.
In a deciduous forest.
That's interesting.
Could I use my brain and be like, that doesn't look like something that we should have been able to find here?
You're saying that bright red fruity things in deciduous forests are no bueno?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just not eat those.
Hey, you guys are no fun at all.
Feed it to Pyre.
Actually, if we wanted to, we could just have somebody go and negate the poison to it.
Oh, That'd be interesting to use in a fight eventually.
Yeah, it just 5 PPE, and you can negate poison or toxin, or you can make somebody impervious to it.
Huh.
What are you going to do? Gather up a bushel of suspect fruit and then make it harmless and eat it by cheating by magic?
Yeah, I think
That's
that
all.
actually makes more sense.
Heck
I
yeah,
have
that
to
sounds
give
great.
you I have to give you like 200 XP because that's bloody clutter.
That's awesome.
Even better yet, I'm gonna make Ghost pay the PPE cost.
Okay, he's down to 124 PPE.
Nice. And then we all get our vitamin C and prevent scurvy.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, this
I
is
gotta
great.
hand it. Gotta hand it to Ryan. Creating another wizard was something that helped us out a ton.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan made a very, very, very good choice of spending all of his fortune on education.
Yes. You can't lose that brain power.
Unless
Sure, you
Anyway,
you.
can.
check it
It
out.
depends on how
Yeah.
many times I've got to club you over the head, but you can lose it.
Mhm.
No, did you
Whack. There
lose
go the
a
Yeah.
piano
save again?
lessons.
Yeah.
Lost a save to insanity. Oopsie doopsie.
I was gonna say
And
just
of
a visit
course,
to the.
Scarrett, you can also do this is an opportunity as we're on the ground for you to do your rangery thing and gather whatever resources you want if you want to step outside of the circle of concealment. Or you can say, nothing tries to eat me if they don't know I'm here and stay inside. Your call.
Ooh.
I don't know.
Your prowl's not very good. I'm not. I'm not super
Yeah.
convinced on this.
He's an apex predator. Prowl is not his problem.
He hasn't. Also doesn't have a legendary bow anymore either. So that
There's
makes me
there's
nervous.
that. Prowl may now be his problem, but until this week, it wasn't.
Right.
Right.
Last week, you guys are 11 days into the Lost Boys 2.0.
More like Land of the Lost.
Lord of the
Hmm.
Lord of the Wise. Why?
I'm gonna just stay and put.
Yeah. Daryl looks at the unknown forest with its unknown dangers and goes, "Circle good. I'm taking a nap."
Yep.
Soldierly wisdom. Plunk.
Is it early enough in the day that Ghost could go and feel another hour of flight
It's 3 p.m.
before we call you? 3 p.m. Nice. Ghost, you have lots of PPE. We should
But before we
totally.
get to 3 p.m., you guys have at least, if you spend an hour eating lunch and scavenging and cheating with magic to eat food, that still
It's
gives
not.
you guys another 2 hours of magical concealment before you have to take off again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so I can meditate.
You can
Yes.
meditate. The monk can try to meditate.
Nice.
It's adorable.
I'll make
All
I'll
right.
make an attempt. Most
So
of my
that's
rolls
another
have failed today so far.
20,
Uh,
and he's up to 20. Okay.
I failed another deep meditation roll.
You are not
Oh,
sure what the hell kind of bug had the nest that you sat down on to meditate, but you have bites all over your upper thighs, the backs of your legs, and they
Oh,
itch, and it's
lovely.
distracting as hell. And you're -1 SDC. Also, it's distracting as hell. Scratch, scratch, scratch,
My
scratch, scratch.
-1 SDC. Okay. All right. Okay.
Daryl, who totally saw the bug nest and didn't tell you, doesn't laugh at you.
Scar goes over and gives him a little healing touch.
I'm back up to 90.
So
Okay, 90,
you're
you
back.
tank. What is it with you?
Mhm.
I like this class of character. It's fun.
You do. All right.
It is a lot
So,
of fun. Agreed.
I want a horror factor
that's
again
another
eventually.
20 PPE for Pyre as well.
Sweet.
Yeah, I put it on there. So we have a little bit of juice in the tank.
So you want
Oh,
Ghost to fuel an hour?
yep. Well, I continue to do some meditation,
Okay.
and then hopefully we'll be able to make a little bit more headway. I mean, we all have to take our turns at this point.
All right. Well, Ghost can fuel an hour. That brings him down to 49 PPE.
Okay.
And that means you mooks can try to meditate again? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah,
I
I
can,
will. I will.
I can definitely try.
The all Roseboro failed meditation fail channel is entertaining.
Hey, I rolled a 5. I actually succeeded.
You gain 30
Woo!
PPE. I mean,
You know what I'll do is I'll dump all
wait,
30.
there, Christian. I mean, so you close your eyes and meditate upon the psalms that you heard critters
I
sing to
will
you
I
out in
will
the
dump
ocean.
all 30 of that PPE directly into flight. So that's what, 2
Okay.
castings? That's 2 castings?
That's 24 minutes.
All
There
right.
you go.
Pyre will do the same, and I will do the last 15 and round that out as an hour.
Okay. You guys are definitely making progress.
Hooray.
Is there anybody that needs to be healed at all in the group? I didn't see.
Nope.
I think with all the rest and relaxation, I think we should
With
all
all
be
the
it.
complete running away that you guys have been doing, nobody's been hurt.
Well, it doesn't help
Okay.
that we're underpowered in regards to, weaponry and armor.
Yeah.
Well, it's almost as if your initial adventure led you right to a place where you could have gotten all those things, and you were like, "No, run away!"
Well, you threw
And then I led you
freaking
to a city where you could have gotten all those things in the ruins. You were like, "No, run away!" Also, burn it. So the GM has no pity left. No pity left. There is none. You guys have no gear because y'all punks, and that's just how it is. All right. So y'all punks, y'all run
and we're,
away. You
and we're
don't
all
have,
alive.
yeah, sure. You're all dressed up in your Last of the Mohicans breeches and little leather vests for armor, and and it's your problem now because you picked it. So, so I'm not going to stop you. Neither am I going to pity you for an instant. Instead, I'm going to cackle madly as it bites you in the tuchus.
Uh-huh. Hey.
Hey, look, a mountain.
Hey, look, a mountain indeed.
A lonely mountain rising from the rolling hills around on the to the northwest.
Are these mountains misty by any chance?
There's a pair of clouds over the two ice-covered peaks that you can see.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, you can actually see the end of the rolling hills, leading to marshes and swamps.
Nice.
It is now 6 o'clock p.m. and you've probably got a couple hours of daylight left.
Okay.
Wait, opposite hemisphere. Nope, it's winter. It's 5 p.m. and you guys have maybe half an hour of daylight left.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's bunker down and get some sleep then.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Yeah.
Lash ourselves to the trees.
And what trees?
Oh, are there no trees at all?
Uh,
Ew.
Appalachians, right? So like foot thick trees. Nothing
All right.
load bearing.
Oh.
How much was it for the spell of concealment again? Was it 15?
For 3 hours, yeah.
Yeah.
That's at least enough for somebody to get some shut eye,
Yeah.
and then we can start standing guard again.
Well, you guys did cop for another hour, so if you guys are making this the all-day meditation-a-thon,
Yeah.
Yeah.
59 minus another 15. Goodness gracious.
You're doing ghost math? Yeah.
Yep. So 3 hours of sleep in the circle of concealment. But
All
he's
right.
gonna Yeah, but how are you gonna wake him up in 3 hours to renew the spell?
Well, somebody's got to
Oh,
stand
we
guard.
can't. Pyre doesn't need to sleep, right?
Ooh, that's a good point. Pyre, stand guard and wake us up in 2 hours 45 minutes.
Yep.
Uh,
All right. Just tell us how many and so it's like every 3 hours because it's 5 PPE per hour of sleep,
okay,
isn't it?
that's very magically safe and will prevent me from rolling encounter rolls. But you're really only getting like 2 hours of sleep every 3 hours of rest because constant the wake up, the cast, the spells, the chanting,
Well,
Yeah,
we only
know.
need. It's only one of us that really needs to get woken up.
Yeah,
that's true.
and then he kicks you all in the nuts on general principle while
Well,
after he's done
then
casting his spells.
while we're flying the next day, he can basically get more sleep.
He can't actually because he has to cast a spell every 12 minutes.
Oh goodness! Oh shoot! That's actually not very equitable.
So you guys are free for the night, and and Ghost is now officially a grumpy bitch.
Well, how
Bags
about
under
how
his
about
eyes,
no,
glaring
no.
at Scar for his effective plan.
No, I
Generally
have an idea
mad
for
at the
this.
world.
So we all get 6 hours of sleep and then meditate,
You
whereas
all
every
get
three
8
hours,
hours of sleep
eight
because
eight
you've
hours.
decided to you can have Pyre stand guard, and you only have to wait, and only has to wake Ghost, and Ghost is about ready to kill you all.
Okay, but how about this? How about because it's going to be every 3 hours. How about we do a full 12 hours of doing that spell where he gets an extra 3 hours at the end where he's just sleeping and we're meditating.
Um. So 12 hours of concealment in the
Yep.
foothills.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so that'd be 8 hours of sleep, 4 hours of meditation.
I want an encounter roll.
Who's rolling it?
Okay. I'll roll him encounter roll.
Okay.
Oh, 17. There you go. Let's do the math on that. That's 40 for all of the people down there. So Dodger's full up. Yuri and Daryl. Okay, so that's 40, 40, and 35.
Just
Um,
because just because you got 8 hours of sleep, or yeah, just because you got 8 hours of sleep does not mean that Ghost is still not a grumpy bitch because you have been waking him.
I don't know.
I haven't.
Maybe
Fire has that.
maybe he needs sleep like you do, Bruce, or like not
I occasionally sleep.
occasionally. I'm talking younger
That's
you.
gonna be so for me. That's 8 plus 4 makes
Have you noticed
that
that older me is all broken down? Do you think there's a correlation there, Roseboro?
I mean, there might be, but you would never admit it.
I
40
don't know
plus
what you're
40.
talking about. So about the game.
Like, and I repeat
That's
myself.
120. Yeah. All right. Fire gets 120. I get 80.
Okay, but let's keep if this is a travel log, let's keep traveling.
Yep, let's keep traveling.
Yeah,
Any
absolutely.
input, plans, thoughts, comments, or short stories from Scarrett, or has he passed out on us?
I'm still here. It's still just down to 2 brain cells.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
it's Road trips are boring.
Hmm.
Unless
Yeah.
something happens. Anytime you guys want a fate point, y'all just let me know. Anytime y'all want to spend a fate point for a declaration, y'all just let me know.
Can we declare that we
Yeah.
find ourselves magically back where we, where we were before all of this craziness with finding ourselves in Dinosaur Land?
Yes.
Yeah. How many fate points does that cost?
2 each.
Really?
Yeah.
We could literally skip over the entire journey and go right back to where we were.
Yes.
Oh, I don't like that. I do not like the sound of that. Oh no, the way that you just said that.
Say, my girlfriend at the time, Iris, once bribed a fairy to teleport her across a river, and the fairy asked her what she would give for this service, and she said, my beautiful smile. And Iris's character appeared on the far side of the river with no teeth.
Yeah, that doesn't sound very nice.
That's making a deal with the fairy. I don't want to make a deal with the fairy.
Nope.
Or any grade of
Or a
demon.
highly frustrated GM.
That's well, I don't know
The
what to say to
GM
that.
who has made 4 separate adventures for you guys to run away from in the last 2 sessions.
Yeah. So we
Well,
went back to the
your
original one.
adventure.
You already have plans for that one, don't you? Going up the river?
I don't know what you're talking about. There is a really big river to the south.
No, not on this map. On the original one, with our caravan of, our fleet of ships. If we were to transport right back onto our boat, the Flounder.
You didn't say whether I would let you get back to your boat. You said you can get back to where you were. You were highly unspecific as to what you meant by work.
Yeah, we would end up back at the freaking spire at the very beginning of the whole campaign.
Would I do
Epitome.
that?
Yes, you would.
The epitome of phallus. No, just kidding.
Yeah, you would take us either back to you'd take us back to somewhere where we didn't want to be.
Well, if you teleported us to the Great River in Palladium,
The problem
onto
is that the Great River is rather great and long. You can dump us on any point of the river.
yes, I'm being more specific though, onto the deck of the Flounder, where all of our fleet is.
1,
As
2,
we are in our
3,
current state.
4. That sounds like 4 fate points each.
Goodness gracious.
Okay,
That was
can I pay
awful
for that?
specific.
Yeah, but at what cost? I mean, you say four fate points, but that doesn't sound like it'd be the full price.
It'll be like a different time or something will be. It won't be.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, we're
Yeah.
back where we were, and just pick up where we left off.
Yeah.
We get back there, is Critter going and driving the boat, and then
He
find out that it's
dumps
like
us.
Bizarro World. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
nah.
Be like, what happened to the captain? You'd be like,
anytime you guys want to,
and the captain now.
encounter a dungeon or discover civilization, you just
I don't
let
know.
me know.
That mountain looks like it could be pretty interesting and full of adventure of some kind or another.
This one?
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah. Mount Doom.
I'm near the right now in real life, so
Hey, if there's like a crazy dungeon crawl in that mountain, I'm assuming there'd be all types of really awesome gear with which we could arm ourselves with. I'm willing to bet at least some modicum of small change.
I think I'm gonna go back to fueling our adventure west.
Yeah, you just say skip the mountain, just go west. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let us not
sounds
go
like
there. Tis a silly place.
Cookman seems to be operating on the idea that any direction that makes the GM cackle onto it, speechlessness is bad.
I mean, generally, yeah.
I think anything that sticks out and says "eat me" or "go here" is probably a trap.
I mean,
Like
heck, it could,
like
yeah.
like like 5 Meat Boys flying 500 feet above, so they're visible to everything that can look up within 120 miles.
Assuming they
Mhm.
have really, really good vision.
Wait, how far on the horizon can you see from 500 feet up? It says the map says 23 nautical miles, approximately 26 statute miles. I don't know about the whole 120 miles thing.
You're talking 500 feet above the canopy.
Oh, what? How high is the canopy?
Well, here,
There's
like
no canopy
100
here.
feet. Yeah,
It's 100 feet for a Oh
tops.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So I'm being very, very generous in what I'm letting you see.
yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Of course, some things are more noticeable than others.
He really wants
Like,
us to go to that mountain.
I don't want anything. You're gonna do what you want, and I
D-
adjudicate the consequences, cackling the
Don't,
entire time.
don't bear false witness, Bruce. There are definitely things that you want us to do.
I don't force you guys to do anything.
That's
That
different. That is very
I find
different.
that abhorrent as a storyteller. If I wanted to force people to do things, I would just go torture my imaginary friends some more.
I'm not gonna lie. I personally am up for mountain whatever. Although at the same time, we don't actually have winter weather clothing, so nah, forget it. We're not going to the mountain.
Yeah.
Would you? Hey, look, let's all die of exposure.
Um.
I'm
Yeah.
okay with that.
We
Yeah, we know you're okay with that. That's not the. That's not
actually
even a question.
that's not actually a concern. Resist cold. So suffer others up to 60 feet, 10 minutes per level. That'd be 40 minutes total. It's a level 2 spell that Pyre could cast. Resist cold.
Well,
Up
there's that.
to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's pretty reasonable.
Huh. So we could technically survive a mountainous incursion, but we're not gonna go that way.
Still, yes.
You've had your 12 hours. What are you guys gonna do?
And
Also,
westward
give me an
ho.
encounter roll. Oh, you already
To the
did.
Oh,
west.
Oh,
all right.
Yep.
so one of the things that interrupted your sleep was a pack of at least 1,200 duck-billed dinosaurs. Uh, leaving the marshland and migrating north.
Huh.
They didn't see you or
Oh.
go into your circle, but they migrated around your circle, not knowing they were avoiding it, for a good hour and a half.
Wow.
Okay.
They do not smell like chicken.
Okay.
It's been 2 days of Pyre, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stick on what for another 5?
Yep.
Yep.
Cool.
Before he starts making a fuss.
Right.
Talking about Pyre. He would like to go and fuel the first hour and a half. It looks like. Since it's 75 pp per hour, I'm gonna give it 30 as well.
If I can do deep meditation, then I'll be able to dump, X amount in there.
Oh, you got 8
That's
hours of
2 hours.
sleep.
Well, yeah, no, I'm full. My tank is full.
You have to
What I'm
spend some
saying is,
before you can refuel it.
all right.
Unless you're spending some ahead of time, you can't deep meditate anymore.
Got it. Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, you can't fill a full tank. Yes. This and other gems of
Oh,
wisdom were brought to you by Bruce R. Burns. When you think gems of
oh,
wisdom, think Bruce R. Burns.
yeah. I didn't even think about that. Why don't you go first then, so that way you can fill yourself up while we're
Yep.
actually doing our meditation.
How much do
Yeah.
you want me to dump?
Why don't
What
you
is
dump?
solid 30 or something? 2 castings worth?
It's
The Travel Channel. This
Yeah.
adventure, also a long, boring slog, brought to you by the Power Gaming Weasels.
Why don't you? Why don't you dump 40?
Okay.
Between you and Dodger, you guys can do.
Here's
You can do a
here's
full hour.
proof of how merciful I am as a GM. There is a rule for what happens when this kind of thing takes place. And the rule is called send in the ninjas. Like when the story progress completely stalls out, what do? You send in the ninjas. I want you to know I am generous and kind, and I am not sending in the ninjas.
Hey, no. We're still making progress. Like we are moving. It's not that nothing's
Yeah,
happening. Is it nothing interesting is happening?
because we're
Okay.
avoiding unnecessary risk.
Yeah, and we're avoiding
Oh, you
unnecessary
fake point
combat.
horror. You're just like, no, we're being very, very good gamers. All
We're
right.
being well behaved.
I,
So you between your 40 and Dodger's 35, we'll do the first hour.
okay.
I'll recover 10. Pyro recover 10.
I rolled deep meditation and succeeded, so I can for an hour I can recover 10.
All right. And then Pyro's gonna burn his 130 with my 20. So that's 2 hours.
Which means I can recover another 10. Ooh.
Uh, I mean, if it's 2 hours, then that means that
Yep.
should be able to do that. During that first or the second hour, I'm gonna regain 10, so that makes me up to 80.
Point
Wait,
out
no,
to me that
sorry.
I was revealing too much, so I will dial it back. Hey, look, marshland with scattered forests, and up ahead, a big old river flowing. You can't tell from here.
Gotcha. Daryl and Yuri will go and pay for another hour. Yuri will be down to 5.
I guess I can try rolling deep meditation for the next hour. See what that does. That is a
All right.
fail. Fail.
All right.
Yeah, you're now miles and miles into a vast marshy bog. You didn't know that mosquitoes could fly this high.
Ugh. Gross.
Yep.
Indeed.
Well, I have to come up with reasons why you really, really suck. At meditating.
Oh
Other
wow!
than I haven't had any privacy in a week, and I'm
Just
getting twitchy.
say my character has ADHD. Why don't you?
What squirrel?
So I'm guessing that Ghost can probably fuel some of that as well. He would have gotten, what was it? Instead of, you said only 2 hours of sleep for every 3 that he
He
was
got 8
trying to
hours of
use.
sleep.
So he got 8 hours of sleep, which is the 40.
But he
And
was
then
also he was gaining 20 he was gaining 20 sleep. So sleep is not meditation. He was gaining 10,
right.
burning 5 3 times over. So he's actually
Oh,
down to like
yeah,
30.
yeah.
He was down to like 34, and you've been flying for like 4 hours. So he's still not full up.
Okay. Sounds good. Well,
Also, he has to feed you guys in the morning.
yeah,
So,
I'll pay for that. 15.
yep.
All right, I'm down to 92.
And it's coming
I
on
will.
noon on day, what is this, day 13 of your misadventures in the Southern Hemisphere?
All right.
Something like that.
I'll pay for another hour. 92.75 is 17. I'm left with. And he got another 10. So Pyre's up to 20.
Okay. There is a vast river clearly flowing south, and looks like more heavy deciduous forest up ahead. Swamps behind you, river in front, heavy forest on
Okay.
the horizon.
Uh,
I assume you guys are going to want to eat lunch.
Yep.
yeah.
Are you going to descend in order to eat lunch, or are you going to eat lunch as you fly?
Probably eat lunch on the go.
Ghost informs you all not to ask for bloody peanuts, and all of the liquor services in the hold.
Right.
Oh my goodness.
Like I said, grumpy, been woken up all day, all night long.
Hmm.
Well, the only choices were steak or fish. I'm glad I had the lasagna.
Right?
Yep.
We're rapidly coming up on cake or death. All right. So we're just gonna continue to explore, go west, young man, until we find the edges of this continent.
Sounds like a decent idea.
I mean, west is at least a pretty easy direction to go in.
Well, you're currently like 20 miles away from the Great River, but sounds like you're running out of juice.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
How about
I managed to
Smallville
recover
uses
a
up?
little bit.
Yeah. Can Smallville use up 30 of his to go and give us another 24 minutes? Then 2 castings.
Well, he's not here to object. I'm just wondering.
Yay! Let's do it. Let's go to the river.
Okay,
Living in a bubble down by the river.
you guys have decided to camp on the river's edge.
Hopefully not too close. Just not directly right on the edge of the river.
What were you saying, Costas?
Yeah.
No, you don't want to be on the river's edge?
I would prefer not to be.
Nope. Nope.
Okay, fine.
Just a little ways away from it, just with enough room.
Okay, fine.
You recommended these books that I read, and I've learned from them.
Okay, fine.
You
Good. Make your points. Be right. See if I care.
do care.
I don't know why you would say that.
I can hear it in your voice.
Fine.
Who's all for following this river north?
I mean, I'm okay with tacking north.
You want to go upstream?
Why not?
That's upstream.
Usually, civilizations
foot?
are generally built along waterways for both water and power.
And also,
Have
we're
you
in the southern
noticed you
continent,
haven't
so we
found
need to go
anything
north.
resembling a surviving civilization in Dino Land?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
We
you
need to
know.
get to the north side of the world, though.
Do you guys want to declare that you have encountered civilization? Are people willing to pay fate points for this?
No, we'll just fight it when it comes along.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we set up our little bubble of concealment, and
Oh no. No, Ghost holds up his hand. You are nope. I am sleeping all through the night. With luck, I'll be dreaming about Burger King and and Susie Duplantis. You're leaving me the hell out of this. I'm getting some sleep.
okay. Well, how about you put that circle of concealment and do your meditation until it's time to go to sleep? Because it's
How
not
about you
bedtime
have
yet.
Captain Nightlight stand guard and leave and let me, and let me drift off in deep thought.
422.
Oh, he flips you off.
So he's refusing to cast Circle of Concealment, even though he doesn't actually have any reason not to.
He does have a reason not to. He wants to have a night of uninterrupted sleep.
Okay. Well, what time is it right now? Did you say noon?
You flew on afternoon. It's now like 3 p.m.
Okay, so he's going to bed at 3 p.m.
No, he's just not staying up all night, constantly casting Circle of Concealment and being miserable all the next day like he was today.
That's fine. All he has
Yeah.
to do is just cast it before he goes to bed, when it's late, and we'll work from there.
Yeah, and cast it
Does work from there
every
mean
3
waking him
hours.
up every 3 hours anyway?
No. Pyre will just stand guard and let us know if anything attacks.
We should also have somebody else stand guard too.
Hey, Daryl's here. We should let Daryl do something.
Yeah.
Whoop whoop.
Oh, how shameless do I want to be about stealing?
Have you ever
I have
been
no
shameless?
dignity.
You've
I
never
have
been
no
shameless.
dignity.
I mean, you've always been
GM
shameless.
GM offers the group a fate point.
Oh no! Well,
Group
I'm
can take
taking
a
it.
fate point, or group can pay. Everybody in the group can pay me a fate point.
I will take it. Thank
I'll
you.
take it.
Are
Now
we also
have-
adding it to everybody else's character sheet?
Yep, -1 to everybody.
Wait, we're paying
-1?
it?
I thought it was a +1. We're not paying it. We're
Oh,
taking it.
yes. I'm sorry. +1 to everybody. I
All
forgot
right. Kristoff,
what
yes.
I was stealing from.
Ryan, let me add his fate point on there too. He's up to 2 fate points now.
The name of this adventure is Fly Up Country.
Scarrett, you got yours? Okay.
Already did it.
Nice. Dodger, let me add his on there. I think that's it. Oh, Yuri. That's right. Forgot about Yuri. Yuri's up to 2 as well. Woohoo. His trouble. I can save everyone. Oh, so fun. All right. So our trouble happens before we can even go past 3 p.m. then?
I didn't say that. The Circle of
Okay.
Concealment guards everybody. So
3 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 12.
Six to 9, 9 to 12. You're just gonna ask him to stay up till midnight?
No, he doesn't have to stay up while he does it. He casts at 9 o'clock and goes to sleep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So nothing happens until midnight.
All right. And we have what? Pyre and Daryl standing guard. I'm
Daryl's
gonna.
not standing guard all night, but Daryl will be standing guard at midnight.
Okay. So that's 9 hours that my character can meditate, and Pyre can recharge himself. This is exhausting. Holy crap. All right. Oh, I forgot. That's 3 hours of sleep.
PPE back up to full strength. Woo!
Nice. I am running mid to low this entire series. Nice. Alrighty. That means that everybody's gotten 3 hours of sleep so far. So I'm adding 15 onto. Oh, except for Daryl, right? Because Daryl's first watch, I'm guessing.
Daryl would be third watch.
Third watch? Okay, so he does have 15 PP.
Why is it doing this on my title? That's hilarious, by the way. But why the hell is it using my book title? Grok, what the fuck? I'm not that derivative. I'm as offended as I am amused.
What the hell did I do with my?
I gotta show you guys what Grok just did to me. It was hilarious.
I'm looking forward to it. Rock is also going, your plot lines. Ha ha ha.
Right? I ask for a simple image and it decides to
That looks bizarro.
right? But I don't know why. Oh,
What?
I said draw me instead of draw. And that
Ah,
book cover is one of my cover images, or my
there
old
you go.
cover images.
That explains it.
Pay no attention to the anomaly. Meanwhile, oh, do I have a D4? No, I don't. I don't have to work. That works. Oh, we don't have any expendable Marines. All right, I need everybody to roll 1d20. Oh, well, there's how many characters we have? Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can just
Yeah.
roll a d7 because that's something I can do. Yeah. I need let's see. R3D20. It's 2. Oh, leather. Okay. I need a save. I need 2 saves versus poison for Scar. Um
2 saves versus poison.
Yep.
Interesting.
And then we're
Okay.
going to take 2 We're going to take 2 PPV off of your target is 16 plus. And we're going to need 2,
Oh.
and then we're taking 2 ISP away from Smallville for 6 cents.
All
he's
right.
down to 17. Smallville bolts upright in the middle of camp, and draws his primitive Aztec sword. Oh no, you guys got him an Egyptian sword. Draws his Egyptian sword
Woohoo.
and looks wildly around. Without making any sound. Daryl, being the only person awake, notices this, of course, and he knows that Smallville has sixth sense. So, Mr. Scarrett, what does your character do?
He tries to start looking around for whatever twigged the other guy.
And not wake the rest of us up.
No, not necessarily, because if I'm loud enough to wake you guys up, that might be loud enough to alert whatever the potential problem is.
Fair enough.
Okay, detect concealment and traps.
Does that detect ambush?
No. Track and trap animals. Lower percentage.
I have detect concealment and traps.
And you have, you're busy dreaming about
Yep.
your,
I'm
Marge
just
Simpson.
saying.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, if he wants to wake me up, he can.
That's you can't communicate that because you're asleep.
No, you're right. I can't.
That would be an epic fail of 96.
Okay, you can't see anything wrong, and neither can Smallville, and neither does Pyre, who's been keeping watch this entire time. How are those saves versus
No.
poison? How are those saves versus poison?
So the first one I got an 8. The second one I got an 18.
Okay, so only one. All right.
Magic to negate poison.
Okay. So minus 20% to all skills, all combat bonuses are at half. And then that was 2, so minus 7 hit points.
Minus 7 hit points for the one I actually succeeded, or is that for the one I failed?
It's not about. It's not. It has nothing to do with the poison.
Ah. Okay, 7 hit points. It is. I will hiss at Ghost and
You're
say,
asleep.
"I'm poisoned. I'm
You're
asleep."
asleep. Yeah.
It doesn't wake me up.
Got bit by
No.
bugs.
Oh. You said 7 hit points. Okay.
Venomous bugs or something.
All right. Well, that sucks. I'm not even awake from that.
Okay. So top of the order then. Smallville. So I guess roll for initiative.
For the 2 people that are awake.
The 3 people that are awake, because we also have Pyre.
Oh, woohoo!
18
Go, go, go.
plus 8.
Dun, 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 dun.
No bonus.
He is immune to poison.
So I got I've got
he get-
18 for Daryl.
okay. Got a 9 for
Roseboro,
power.
you wanna step into Smallville's skin and until there's more players, and then of course having summoned Pyre, you can control Pyre.
I
Woohoo!
can try to play for Smallville.
Sure.
Yeah.
See what I can do. I'll roll a d20 to see what his initiative is. That is a 8.
Add 6 for 14.
Okay, 14.
All right, Daryl's up first at 18.
Okay.
Haven't actually seen it.
So I guess I can go over to a campsite. Oh no. Keep forgetting. Why do I keep using Kobold Road? Stupid road. Forest battle default.
Oof, all the pixels.
Oh, attacked in our camp down by the river.
Yep.
Oh, do we see those goblins?
Wait, there's goblins?
There are goblins.
There's currently 3 of them.
Goblins.
Oh no. Ha, you wish. You're so much more screwed than goblins, it's not even funny.
Oh, great. And you wonder
Why do you
we
hate
keep
us?
running away from these adventures you throw at.
That's true. All right. 180, 140, 110.
All right, let's put some people on the map.
Yeah. That is Daryl. That is
Oh, we've already got a Smallville up. Okay.
Yeah, I threw them on
Smallville.
there.
Badger needs to be up there.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'll come up. For some reason, I thought it was like, he's not. He's just kind of sleeping right now, but maybe that will change.
2,
Most
3, 4,
definitely.
5. So Badger's in. Bars. Daryl is. Need you to put Daryl's in. Dodger.
Daryl's there.
Dodger's in.
Is
Maybe I'll have
Yuri?
Smallville
No.
going.
Ribbons. There's Yuri.
Yep.
Maybe I'll have Smallville go over and kick Badger.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There should be 8 out here. I see 8. Okay, good deal.
Okay, Smallville kicks Badger.
To get him awake, yeah, sure. It's like, hey, get up. Kicking doesn't
Move.
require noise.
Oh, what does Daryl do though? He's the first one.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, I've got initiative, but I don't know anything that's going on. I'm not able to tell
You know,
anything. So
I was gonna say, look, are you looking around you? You're trying to wake people up. You could holler, be like, "There's something."
Somebody want to
Or
check and see whether Dodger also has Sixth Sense?
oh, good call. Dodger the Mind Mage. He does have Sixth Sense. Yeah.
Okay, Dodger is also awake and -2 PPE.
Okay.
I can handle Dodger.
Nice. Thank you.
Yep.
-2.
I guess I'll ready my weapon because I don't know what else to do.
Okay, you ready a weapon and look around. All right, it is Smallville's turn. He's got a sword in hand, and he's also doesn't see anything wrong. So Badger's got 12 initiative. Okay.
Yeah, because he's awake now. He may not be very pleased with the fact that he got kicked, but he's awake.
All right. So Smallville wakes Badger, and Badger gets up. That's his attack. Pyre.
Higher. He's gonna say, "Wake up to me."
Okay. You don't hear it.
Interesting.
Well, I guess. Save versus poison. Soporific.
What's my goal?
14.
No, got an 8.
Yeah, you don't respond.
Mm. Okay, well, since that was less than 10 words, I think that he's going to probably pull out a little bit of magic and cast. What is a good one here? He's gonna cast the friend one. What's the
Flame
flame friend?
friend.
Yes. Flame friend, 20 PPE.
Okay. You have a flame friend.
All right.
Pyre and Pyre Jr.
It's now very bright at night and kind of warm.
Not attracting insects at all.
Funny you should say that.
Oh, man.
Do I roll initiative for the flame friend too?
He just got summoned. We're gonna treat him as treat him at 1.
Okay.
Okay, Dodger. Let's see what skills Dodger's got. Does not have the tech enchantment. Doesn't have look. So Dodger activates night vision to no great effect.
Woohoo!
All right. And 2 more saves versus sorry. So 3d20. 1 more save versus poison from Scar.
I got a 12.
That does not succeed.
Oh.
So you're at now 1/4 combat stats. and
What was it?
minus 40% to all skills.
Did you say detect concealment and traps was the thing that
Yep.
was needed to be rolled? Okay, so that'll be my next turn then.
Oh, fresh order. So that's 1. R 1d4. Minus 3 hit points to Scar.
Oh, not good. He is 22, 34, 92.
Scar is having an intensely pleasant dream about cuddling with his. Is Scar an only child?
Yeah.
You're having an intensely pleasant childhood dream about being rolled up in a blanket and held by your mom.
Ooh. Oh.
So not a
That's
sex
nice.
thing, just lots of close heat and warmth and comfort. And relaxation. Did I mention the relaxation? Tons of relaxation.
Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah, and Rosebro's trying so hard not to metagame, it's not even funny.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Nah.
All right. So Daryl, top of the order. Third attack. Or your second attack.
They haven't been able to wake up. What can I think? Badger.
The elemental said something in a language you don't understand and then summoned a little flame friend.
But
Yuri and Scar are still asleep.
And Ghost.
Yuri, Scar, and Ghost are all still asleep.
I guess I'll try and wake Yuri up.
Okay, you wake up. You prod and get Yuri awake. That's your second action. Smallville.
Smallville. What's he do? That is a good question. He doesn't have detect concealment or anything. He just kicked me up, and he's not gonna have any compunctions about trying to kick Scar to get him up too.
Okay. So you poke and prod Scar in his sleeping bag,
Mm-hmm.
and the sleeping bag shifts and gives in a way you weren't expecting. Like you thought you poked him in his thigh, and then his thigh moved, like independent of the rest of his body.
Smallville's gonna give out a very
Manly girly shriek.
manly girly shriek.
Okay, that's two. That's at least another chance for Scar to wake up, and
Mm-hmm.
that we'll say that that's a chance for everybody to wake. So that wakes up Ghost, manly girly shriek. Badger's up.
I guess I will. I guess I'll go over and see what the heck Smallville is all freaking out about. Since I have a
Okay,
stick, I have a stick. You know, I
you
can actually.
so you go over and you look, and there is Scar feeling a little bit like a creeper, looking down at Scar as he's sleeping in his bedroll.
I mean, that I also was gonna. I was gonna try detect concealment. That's what I was
Okay,
gonna do.
go for detect
That's what I was
concealment.
gonna. That's what I was gonna. Let's see. Did I make that? Numbers. Hold on. Yeah, 28 out of 34. I actually made that.
Either Scar has developed magic that he has good reason to not tell you, or that meter long tubular mass running up his abdomen to his mid chest is not his private parts. And another blink, you'd say there's 3 meter long, foot thick shapes in that sleeping bag with Scar.
Badger's also
Who
going
has
to
the
let out a
most?
very.
Who's starting to look increasingly pale.
Badger will also let out a very manly shriek.
Okay.
and start gibbering about what he's looking at.
You're not going to attack it? Oh.
Well, no,
His attack.
I
He already spent his action detecting it.
yep. That
Oh,
was,
okay.
That brings us
that's an
up to
important.
Pyre.
Whew. Would fuel flame make the flame friend any more toasty? Would it have any effect?
Yes. Yeah, I guess.
Okay. He's gonna supersize it.
Oh my gosh!
For the
Flame attack.
moment. Yeah, okay. So you supersize the flame friend.
Goodness gracious!
You
Yeah.
are sick in the head. All right.
Let's feed these slugs to
Does
him.
it change any of the
It
bonuses that
is
it has?
now very bright and very warm over near Scar. I've got 2 10-foot tall bonfires standing around, not seeing anything. Roger.
Yay! That was 10 more. That is 202 attacks for him. Nice.
Dodger uses telekinesis and pulls the sleeping bag off of Scar.
Nice.
Scar has 3 meter long, 3 meter long fuzzy moths clinging to him like he was the only source of heat in the jungle.
Ugh.
They each have a wicked pair of fangs, 2 sets of which are trying to dig through Scar's leather armor, and 1 set is dug into Scar's right thigh just below his wedding tackle.
Bad touch. Bad touch.
Yes.
Scar's completely out of it, pale, and looks blissed out as all bleep. Yuri's turn. Yuri is not a subtle person. I think he's gonna walk over there and kick one of them.
Something.
Oh. Okay. Didn't even pull out a weapon or anything. That just goes over and goes, I'm gonna curb stomp those.
That takes time. Right? Yeah, pulling a
Oh
weapon
yeah.
takes time. Somebody's
Oh yeah.
got his face in my face in his buddy's junk and is making sucking noises.
Ah!
Not in my good Christian campsite.
Right? This is not the Boy Scouts boot. So he's got a +6 because he's scary. Nat 1. And
Nope.
he ends up kicking Scar instead.
Do I wake up now?
And not very
Yeah,
well
now
either.
you're awake. Somebody just kicked you in the nuts.
Do I get to roll initiative?
You can roll initiative. So he misses and kicks you in the junk. Plus 10, 2d6 plus 10. So 2d. Sorry.
I mean, Smallville kicked him, but I guess he didn't kick him
So
hard
20
enough.
SEC damage to Scar.
Dang.
Hey, he was aiming for the bleachers, man.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
You definitely are
Minus
awake after getting junked
1.
that hard.
Wow.
He
So
also lets out a manly shriek.
your parts hurt, and there's three monster moths the size of your leg trying to suck you dry. One of them seems to be succeeding. Also, you're feeling very weak, dizzy, and disoriented.
Gotcha. Okay.
Dodger just went, so Yuri went. What did you get for initiative? 3? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Um. There's the building the clearing fills with a thunderous buzzing roar as all 3 moths take flight and start to start buzzing away into the forest.
Can I do a wall of flame?
Why, yes, you can.
All
Okay.
right. Let me mark off 15 uh 15 PPE, and I went right the middle of those moths, and whatever's in the way is in the way, my friends. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Damage on the wall of flame.
Oh, yes. It's good for 12 minutes. 30 by 30 by 5. Heat causes 1d6 for anybody within 4, but it's 4d6 per 5 feet of depth. Yeah. So inside the flame for every 5 feet, it's 46 damage. Once they're out, it will be 1d6 damage for the 4 feet outside of there. So whatever speed they're going, that's a whoosh. It's a 60% chance that combustible items will catch on fire unless protected by magic or sonics. And I'm pretty sure wings are combustible, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
insect wings are combustible, so you can see about burning their wings off.
Mm.
And all the
And
hair on
then
their bodies too.
you can roll your damage. Yeah, and then see about their bodies catching fire, and then you can roll your damage.
Roll my damage for.
The wall of fire.
Okay. I thought you already rolled. You said 65 STC and HP each.
No,
Was
that's
that
how
for
much
them?
they have.
Oh, that's how much they have. Okay. How many feet are they going?
Well, they're flying away. They've been discovered.
Okay. So we're gonna do 46. That's for the first 5 feet. This is 30 feet long
Well,
and 30 feet high.
yeah, but it's only how many feet thick?
5 feet thick.
So that's it.
But
It's just
I'm casting it the long way though, in the direction that they're going.
okay.
And so if they're in the middle of
Yeah.
that and it's 15 feet in, that
The
means
the charred smoldering ashes of what emerges from the wall of fire is not readily distinguishable as insectile in origin. And now you need to have a bit of a lie down because you've completely exhausted yourself by casting that.
okay. I didn't catch anybody else in that flame, did I?
No.
All right.
The bugs flew away from everyone.
They
All
were
right.
fleeing.
All right. And I'll ask Dodger to put out the flame because he's a pyromancer or pyro
You could
whatever.
ask. You could ask one of your fire elementals.
The fire friend actually does not do magic.
Yeah, and
He
then
can
there's
only
fire.
hit. And there's
Fire
pyre,
does.
but his costs PPE, and we need PPE to escape.
Okay. All right.
So
So Dodger uses his big brain and puts out the flame before you can
yeah,
start Forest Fire 3. Um
yeah.
and all right, duly noted. Well,
Uh,
you have survived your encounter with the Yadin.
my goodness.
Yadin.
Healing. He only has bioregen. He cannot heal me. What the crap? He can't even give me ISP. Ooh, that's disappointing.
So let's see where you're at. You're probably hurting pretty bad.
I am. I'm gonna cast improved healing on myself. Increased healing.
Oh, yeah, good start.
Yeah, but that's gonna take me 1d6 hours.
Well, it lasts for 1d6 hours.
No, oh, it says length of trance.
Oh, length of trance.
1d6 hours,
Oh,
and then
so
duration is 2d4 days. So it's
okay,
gonna
yeah.
cost me.
So you're going to be in a healing trance to increase your healing for 1d6 hours.
Yeah,
And no, you're not
yeah.
getting PPE for that. You're busy.
2 hours for that. It's gonna last
Ah.
for 2d4
I love my
days.
god kids, but holy wow, do they bring home the most amazing germs.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
lost 2 days of work this week.
Ooh,
Yep.
Mm, lovely.
that's
Yeah,
it.
until the fever broke. So you
All right.
guys have discovered new friends in the Killer Pillars and the Yadin.
Killer pillars.
Yeah.
At least we're not getting, having our bones melted.
Uh, he didn't lie still long enough.
Good to
2d6
know.
to 3d6.
That
What's that
damage
gonna be?
isn't blood loss. It's Ebola.
Yeah.
It's tissue dissolving.
Does the negate poison actually work on humans as well?
Yes.
We should absolutely use negate poison on his wounds. At least that's my suggestion.
I'll do some healing on him too.
Well, yes, healing as well as
I'm
negate
Okay.
poison.
So negate
I'm
poison. That will give him negate poison will give him his attacks and skill percentages back.
woohoo.
So there we go.
So that's just 5 quick PPE from Ghost.
There we go.
I'm gonna do bio regen on myself. All right.
I'll try SP.
So that easily puts me up to full for that.
Why is my
Yeah.
ISP low?
I don't know. Oh, because we haven't been tracking it. It should be full.
I was gonna say you didn't use it for anything, I don't think.
No, he hasn't used it, so it should be full.
6, 12, 18, 24.
18. I need one more. Which
Okay,
gets it.
so
Okay.
Scar's
3 cast.
psychic abilities are such that by dawn he's tired, but he's healed.
All right.
That only took
I
me
can
2
do.
hours and 6 minutes though.
Okay,
I can do.
well you had to do 2, so 2 hours and 12 minutes. So okay, it's by 3 in the morning. You've stitched your muscle tissue and most of the and your your internal organs back together from where
Yeah.
the digestive juices of the giant vampire moths had been dissolving you from the inside out.
How much healing does he have left to go?
He's good.
None.
You good?
I healed myself. Yeah. Yep,
Okay,
yep.
guys, I did it myself.
Scar is actually a really powerful psychic healer.
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. I'm just saying, like, the teenage hubris to be like, yeah, guess what, guys, I did it myself.
Right. 32, 34.
At least one of the other teenagers asks him to get back in his sleeping bag before he does himself again. So there's
Yep.
no way that line wasn't brought up by in a group of 7 adolescent males. But moving right along.
Oh, he's gonna need to get back to meditation. Flame friend was 6 around for an hour. Okay. So he's gone by that point.
Yep, flame friend is gone.
Pyre day 3.
So who wants to get back in their sleeping bag and go to sleep?
Scar.
Scar dies. Oh man.
And since Pyre should be able to actually see the heat emanations of insects, Scar will say, if anything tries crawling in the sleeping bag with me, kill it.
Even if it was a pretty girl.
He did not
Let's be
distinguish between any of
serious.
those.
Those are not. That's not really a problem with Scar.
It
I'm just
isn't.
saying that in character,
But,
someone's teasing him like that.
Yeah. Yeah,
oh, that'd
and
be
that was
funny.
probably the next line out of somebody's mouth is like, we don't need to worry about that. So,
Oh yeah, not a problem. Okay, cool.
Badger makes a snarky comment. Yeah. Dodger goes as if that'd be an issue. And I was just gonna say, did I stutter? I go back to sleep.
Is that a evil moth in your sleeping bag? You're just happy to see us.
I knew you were lonely, but damn.
Scar looks over at Pyre
Reminds
and
me of
says,
ex-girlfriends.
Scar looks over at Pyre and says, if moth comes out of anybody's mouth while I'm asleep, just assume that there's more moths in there and burn it.
Oh, man.
Okay, so that happened.
Yes. So Pyre gets another 2 hours of
R&R.
I mean, just generates it. That's just him. So he's up to 100. Nice.
Okay, so your quest continues the next day, somewhat the more uptight for wear.
Okay. Well, how many more hours of sleep and meditation are we able to grab after that?
I think that there should be a mental endurance, like a save versus insanity, to get back to sleep after the groin-sucking death vampire moths, went to bed with one of your party members. I really think it's an effort of will for anybody to get back to bed.
All right, I roll on that 15, and it's a 9+, so I win. Thank you.
Fine.
Yeah. I have a modified 15, so I'm good.
I have a runaway. What was the target?
12.
Oh shit.
Well, you might have some.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Nat
you have a +1. That's it.
I have a nat 1.
Oh, yeah, that does not matter.
Yeah.
Well, somebody's not sleeping. You were on guard
longbow
anyways. It
in
was your fault.
hand,
Like,
occasionally turning in circles to look at the ground at his feet.
right.
Up till dawn.
Um,
You're not getting any extra PPE from Daryl for flight tomorrow.
Okay. Well, you
He
can
had
sleep a
Bags
little
15 that
under
he
bit.
his
got.
eyes.
He got 15 originally, so he still has. So I mean, he got that 3 hours of sleep before he was on guard.
And once we get into the air, you know,
Speaking of vampires, sheesh. Okay, so that happened. Nobody even had to spend a fate point.
nope.
No,
And you didn't
sir.
quite lose one of your mages.
Nope.
Almost, but no scar.
Yep. Yadin are the
All
sick.
right. All right.
Yeah.
So Yuri and Dodger were good to go though after that? I'm guessing?
Yes.
All right.
Yuri is tough as nails, and Dodger similarly from a different background.
Yeah. I mean, also Dodger's a mind mage, so mental
Yeah.
endurance is kind of his jam.
Yeah, in ridiculous ways.
How many hours of sleep and meditation should we call it so I can do some number crunching?
6 for the night.
6 total or 6 additional?
Uh, uh, 6 total.
Okay. Sounds good. I got the numbers. Good, good, good. Oh my goodness. One second. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry.
Okay. Somebody else can do the math.
Math.
I know. I said the trauma word to a Rose Bro.
I swear to you, it's my ADHD and my broken object permanence.
So I'm just gonna leave that here to remember your trip by.
The day Scar got some action.
Oh, brother. All right. So let me see. I know the work he was gonna do. 77.
I'm back.
Okay.
All right.
So you are now you are not our navigator. That's default Scarret, but you are our engineer. So you're the one who keeps organizing your flyer wicker basket of teeny bopperness. So
Please keep your hands
Yes.
and arms inside the worker basket at all times until to come to a complete stop.
I do
So how
have
far
the mana battery, yes, that makes sense.
how far are we going on Moth Day?
Ooh. Did you add anything to Ghost for his?
No.
Okay. So 99. Cause you got 3 more hours of sleep.
In fairness, guys, in terms of medieval travel, you guys are kicking ass.
Oh yeah,
Hooray.
absolutely. Yeah, no
Although
complaints there.
you are now in more open terrain where healthy young males should be able to do 3 or 4 miles an hour on foot without the flying.
I mean, yeah, but flying.
3 or 4 miles on foot is like 15 to 20 miles an hour.
No, it's 4 miles an hour.
I'm sorry. Yeah, 4 miles. Oh, 4 miles an hour. Yeah, that's right. 3 to 4 miles an hour. Okay. I was thinking, how many
Yeah,
hours did it take to go a mile? Okay, never mind. My mistake.
but why would we do that when we have flying?
True. True. Um,
A desire to get the hell away from the suck, the literal
Yeah.
suck of this place.
I mean,
Alright.
yeah, we go by flying. We go faster away from the literal suck.
I'm just pointing out, if you stay out of deep forests and jungles, you can add to your travel time.
Can I convince Ghost to do one circle of concealment in the morning so we could do some we can eat our food, but then we can also do some meditation to start off the day because we're
Sure,
still struggling.
take 30 PPE away from him.
30, you said? Okay.
Well, food, and then 15 for food and 15 for a circle of concealment.
And then he gets the 30 back when he does the meditation for 3 hours.
You guys are like a magic marathon over there. Yes,
Mhm.
fine.
Okay. I'll add 30 onto my character. That's up to 107. Empire also, of course, needs to get his extra 30 in. So you get the 160. All right. Where are you at there, Badger? You full up?
I'm fully charged. So if
Oh,
if I can dump 40 PPE into something, and then I'll try to deep meditate and try to get some of it back.
all right. 40, and then we'll do 35 from Yuri. That'll make it a full hour.
I think I just made deep meditation. I did.
Nice.
Aha.
That is 10 more. 10
So I get
more.
10 an hour for that. And did you
Yeah.
say we're doing meditating for what, 3 hours?
It was 3 hours to start off the morning, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, my specific
So
PPE burn is when we're flying. So
right, yeah. So that wouldn't make much of a
no.
difference. But we have 3 big PPE batteries that needed that time to
Mm-hmm.
feed the
Charge
group,
up.
but then also be able to to charge up some.
Absolutely.
That was a net 60 gain for those 3 hours.
Sweet.
Yeah. I think at this point, I'm gonna probably go in with a few people to go and well, let's see how much me and Pyre can do actually.
Fire is good for 2 hours.
And then I'll get another hour out of me as well. So he'll be down to 20.
All right.
Uh,
I get 30 back.
and I will be good for 1 hour 70.
2 hours at 75 an hour. If he's up to, what was he at to, 170 or 160?
It was 170.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Hi guys.
Hi.
We've constructed a wicker flat bottom boat and are using it to fly across a continent, fueled by the power of adolescence.
Awesome.
Pretty much.
All right. So
Also,
I'm gonna do
our walking bonfire. Because they decided playing Jurassic Park tag with the GM was no fun.
Well, it was heavily
right
one-sided, so
Nice.
42. So I do my hour first. He will gain 10. And then he's gonna do 2 hours, so I gain 20. All right. So that's 3 hours later. Boop, boop.
You guys have gone almost 800 miles from Mount Provocation.
All right.
Is this just running away?
Yeah,
that
this is
yeah.
the professional level. This is varsity
yeah.
level running away.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is cross country. All right.
So between Smallville's 30, Dodger's 30, and Daryl's 15 that he got from the initial sleep, we could actually do another hour for everybody.
Nice.
By
Yes, I
down
think
here.
I got
4
all
hours
of
or 4 hours or 5
It's-
hours? All right. Yep.
It'll
Good night.
it'll be, all right.
Well, if it's 4 hours, then I'm fully back up to full strength on PPE. Then, aha.
That means that you could put in some more time then.
I
Between
I could totally dump in another 40 PPE if we wanted.
all right, and then we take 35 off of Ghost, and then we'll get one last hour in here before we might have to call
So-
it.
So we're just
So
one
you're
more
gonna
hour.
fly for a total of 6 hours today and fuel it?
Mm.
Goodness gracious, guys. All right.
Yeah, yeah. So I have to take 35 off of, and so that would be 64. Okay,
Okay.
I get another 10. Fire gets another 10. Wow.
210 miles of flying in a medieval setting.
Wow. Yeah.
Cookman says, no, Daryl says that Cookman, you can do what you need to do with Daryl. So he's
Oh,
off.
yep.
He's off comms.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Oh yeah, he's fallen asleep on his feet.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
I should actually get 6 navigation rolls out of him for his credit.
Heck yeah. Should I piggyback on that and try to do some navigation rolls too to help?
You can also make them, yeah.
Okay.
But well, if you
I have
if he,
astronomy, so I
I
can.
guess if he went to bed, you can make them and then you can use him as a backup if you fail because you're here.
Okay. Yeah. So I'll do astronomy. So you said
Rodney,
6 of
does your character have land navigation?
I believe so. Let me double check real quick.
I have land navigation, which actually is a little bit higher.
He does not,
I
unfortunately.
mean, feel free to take charge as the team's
No.
military expert because you can't spell laws
I-
with that LT.
Who?
You can't spell laws.
I was enlisted, so I know that joke's not towards me.
Well, your character's a military expert.
Unfortunately, I do have land nav. I do have
Now
military,
that-
whatever
so,
that's going to be.
So you are an officer.
Hmm.
All right, I'm sorry. I will.
No,
I will
that's
leave the jokes.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Military etiquette would be like setting up camp and setting watch and stuff like
Rosebro,
that.
you can't simultaneously navigate and meditate. So
Oh,
that
is
what'd you say?
it is going to be our ranger is going to lead the
Oh,
way.
absolutely. Oh, absolutely.
So,
That makes
what'd you
perfect
say military etiquette was?
So military etiquette is the skill. It's general military knowledge and procedure. You know, it is not just how to check in, salute, and not fall asleep during a PowerPoint briefing, but is also how to establish a watch schedule, how to lay out a camp, how to where to dig a latrine, you know, it you're a functioning and relevant member of you can function as a relevant member of a military organization. That's military etiquette.
Okay. So he's a combat engineer.
Intelligence is intelligence is a lot more of the, well, I can see from that unit that you're in this branch and this job, or these guys are kitted out like this, so they're probably doing this. And then military etiquette is kind of like, where's you can find the person you got to report to. How to do the day to day. If you got to interact with the military, how, or function inside it. So those are the two kind of big military skills. Other than the other skills that are just, take weapon, insert into enemy, repeat as needed.
That is good military etiquette.
Yes, the only military etiquette. Next, please.
Yep. Do not create new orifices in yourself.
Unless
If
absolutely
drill
necessary.
sergeant ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Moving right along.
Do not grow more
Um,
in your.
So I need 6 nav checks, and we will use Scarrett's character.
Sounds good.
Is if Ghost hasn't been getting any, he hasn't been maintaining or anything like that because he's been casting the spell.
Yeah.
Does that mean that he can also roll his astronomy nav to
Those can
countercheck that?
can also do. Well,
6?
which is higher? Because you are flying, which is a little different.
He has just astronomy nav for him.
Yeah, but which percentage is higher? So who should take the lead and who should be our backup?
56 for Ghost.
Huggy you.
And
Daryl.
You're nice, sweetheart.
Daryl.
Rodney, while you're here, we have a nice save versus insanity
54.
you need to make. So,
okay.
when I say they made a wicker flat bottom boat, I mean like they tied together twigs from a bunch of dinosaur nests to make this very shallow tray that they're flying 500 feet off the ground in. And while your characters may not have started with a fear of heights, there's the off chance you may be developing one due to like yeah. Day after day, hour after hour of looking down 500 feet to the waiting ground and trying not to, hum high speed dirt under your breath.
Okay. So
So
how
I
has
need you to
my
roll.
character been doing up to this point?
Mostly, you've been muscle and moral support, and in game terms, supernatural energy, PPE, potential paranormal energy, the ability to do something supernatural, spikes during adolescence, because it is actually, according to the game mechanics, what transforms you into an adult. And that transformation then uses it up, and you get to your normal adult levels. So this flight has largely been fueled by the power of puberty. So
Power
as
puberty.
a 16-year-old, you have been very helpful in
Power
keeping the
puberty.
wicker boat
Mhm.
aloft. And
Yep.
if you zoom out a bit on the map, you
Yeah, I
can
got it
see
zoomed out right
that
now.
you can see that from when this running away started to where it is like 780 miles in 5 days. So
So
in
what
a
started this running
medieval
away?
they ran into a sphinx and they couldn't answer the sphinx, so they decided to
Oh,
back
that's
silently
right.
away. And then they opened the front
So
door and they encountered a pair of naughty bits demons, and being 16-year-old boys, they decided to flee temptation. And then they ran away to a lost jungle city in the land of the dinosaurs, and they heard a T-Rex miles away, and so they burned down the city as a distraction, and then they started running away to the distant mountains, and they found out that the mountains are peopled by flying, by flying lizard Nazis, effectively, and so then they decided to run away back into the jungle, and then they decided, and they decided to avoid the mountains and have been heading due west ever since.
So did
Yep.
we burn down just villages of innocence, or is it people that deserved it?
No, they definitely deserved it.
Abandoned lost city like Angkor Wat.
Oh,
Not they didn't burn down a city of people.
I was gonna
No,
say we got rough tonight, huh? We had to
no,
bend some morals, huh?
they've been running screaming away from danger, brave Sir Robin style, for the last 2 adventures
Oh,
straight,
okay.
and there's
I did.
absolutely no karma that's gonna bite him in the tuchus about that. So
Oh gosh.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yep.
most recently,
I can dig.
they learn not to snuggle with the native, that when the native wildlife comes to cuddle, it's a bad plan, as meter-long vampire moths climbed into our warlock's sleeping bag and proceeded to suck him dry while he was still alive.
And not in the fun way either.
Okay.
Well, no, I mean that he was really relaxed.
Swaggity, schmaggity
Getting
do.
digested from the inside out will do that for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4 land nav rolls from Ghost, astronomy rolls from Ghost to keep you guys on course and not waste that beautiful 6 hours of flight time that you arranged.
Oh, that was Ghost Zero because he's higher.
Oh, okay. So I need 4 navigation rolls from Daryl to correct Ghost having his wizardly head up his mystical butt. And
Would you like to roll that, Roseboro?
Roll it for him.
Rodney just showed up. I think we should let Rodney.
Oh,
Ab-
Rodney.
Okay.
Rodney
Absolutely.
can supply the rolls
100.
for. Yeah.
Are you
my
sure
rolls
y'all
are
were
good.
doing so well though before I got involved? So
My rolls have been garbage
We-
tonight. So.
Well, you will either succeed, which will make the players happy, or you will fail, which will make the GM happy, and so it's a
Oh.
what am I
win-win either
rolling
way.
for?
Don't make the
That's-
GM happy.
That's a tough choice.
So what am I rolling for?
So we're rolling
Percentage.
for Daryl because Scarrett just had to talk. He's exhausted. He had to tie in,
Mm-hmm.
and we're doing percentage rolls. His land navigation is 54% as his target.
So roll a D100. What, 4
Yep.
times?
4 times D100.
So it's backslash roll D100 plus 4. Or no.
Nope, just plus.
100
No,
total?
no, not just slash R space D100. Enter.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's one
Okay,
And then you
success.
can just yep. And you can
Yep.
just press the up
Huh?
button. You just press the up key, and then it'll actually do your last roll there.
Yeah,
Okay.
saves a ton of time.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I rolled.
24 success. Yep,
Mhm.
that's good.
24
You need to roll another one.
success. We need
Yep.
3 more.
All right. Here comes the second one.
That's a
Oh
fail.
no.
That's
Works
it's
for
okay.
me.
Of course it does. That also works in our favor. Yes. Also in our favor. Yeah.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
Good rolling. I like that.
We can see the direction we need to go. Just go there.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm gonna add those onto Scarrett's 44.75 now. All right, good deal. Alrighty.
210 miles. Goodness
Heck
gracious.
yeah. Woo.
Only
I thought we were going
slightly
north.
off.
Are we? I thought we were going north.
I thought you were going west.
No, we're going north on the river.
We were
Remember?
going north with the river. Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Oh.
following the river because we're in the southern hemisphere. The logic was saying that we needed to go towards the northern hemisphere and get back to our lives.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
we're
see.
far
Are
away
you
from
are you
like
sad
the.
about this? You sound really upset that we decided to try to go back to our previous lives.
Yeah, with all of our loot and all of our money.
Yeah, that's the part I'm depressed about.
All the money.
Not all of our loot.
No,
I
definitely not all of our
literally
loot.
I had like four.
Just
No,
about
I
all
had
the money.
We had the
4.8 million. 4.8 million gold worth of stuff on my body when I
Yeah.
got naughty
After
touched.
after 6 hours of air travel, including a wizard conjured meal at around noon, still no peanuts and quit asking. And the you have left the Great River behind and are back into almost back into jungle, back into tropical jungle as you get closer to the equator. So this looks awful familiar. And no sooner are you really close to the jungle than you're about out of juice for the party. And we'll have
Yep.
to set down. Oh, gee darn.
Oh man.
I would say we need more time out of our a warrior monk, but he's kind of our combat master.
Break, in case of danger, break over a bad guy's head. Yeah, fine.
Yes, absolutely.
And if they happen to be a magical creature, then I can really, really tear in.
Well, that's where you shine. Yeah, I was just say
Yeah.
where everybody else kind of struggles and flounders a little bit. That's where you definitely
And
we need you the most.
are you going to continue to do 12-hour days of 12-hour sessions of Circle of Concealment in order to keep from having to do encounter rolls in the night?
I mean, that certainly helps, especially when we know
Yeah.
that there's things that will climb into your sleeping bag with you and give you non-consensual bad touch.
Oh, that's
Yep.
just broken. Okay, yeah. After that, Ghost is probably willing to put up with the you know
The inconvenience.
Ghost is willing to put up with the inconvenience, which means basically you're doing 210 a day. So add another day to Pyre.
Okay. Day 4 now.
All right, and you're going north another day as
I
you're
think that's
settled into
fine.
your supernaturally cheating rhythm.
It's not
Yep.
cheating. It's simply
I need
using
to
the
do
mechanics
the.
we have at our disposal.
I just need to
All
do the
right,
math here. So it was 8 hours of sleep for everybody. That's
I'm just
40.
gonna call it even at this point. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
let's keep the story moving.
Okay.
All right, so I just need 6 encounter rolls for day 16.
Okay. Who do you want to start? Rod can start.
Not
Is he-
encounter rolls. I'm sorry. I need the navigation rolls.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
navigation.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna see
So
if I
we'll do the
actually.
same. We'll do the same default where we'll start with the wizard and then default to the ranger.
Yeah. Did you
Because
want
for the
me to
most
do the?
part, you were able to go the direction you wanted.
Okay.
And to this date, you still have not come across signs of a surviving civilization.
Okay.
You have seen maybe one or
Ooh.
two things that might be ruins off in the distance, but at no point have you encountered actual functioning intact buildings or smoke from cooked fires or
Aside from the flying aliens.
aside
Interesting.
from the flying aliens. Oh, well, yeah, but yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Nice.
There clearly used to be civilization here because some of the ruins you've passed have been impressive,
Mm-hmm.
but nobody lived here a long time.
Uh, Ghost got all except for one of his rolls. The third hour, he did not make that one. So it's
All
actually
right.
pretty incredible.
So somebody want to see if Daryl can pick up the slack?
Rodney.
Rodney, time for you to roll again.
Alrighty, what am I rolling?
Same thing.
You just hit the up arrow and roll the same thing again.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, another D100.
Exactly.
Yep. Precisely.
Gotcha.
Get that number. No.
Nope, that's not a good
Okay,
one.
that's 1 hour of being off track,
Uh,
but we made up for it. It's okay.
Try it again.
No,
Sure,
he
yeah,
only
it's
needs
it's
the
good.
one.
fine.
Only need the one.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
It's
fine.
fine.
Okay,
Just
we're
the one,
good.
just the one.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, just the
It
one.
has
Okay.
its own results, right? It just means you've gone off course by
Yep.
Okay.
a certain number.
Got it.
That's all right.
Okay.
Yeah, we're fine. We're still uncovering large swaths of forest.
Yeah.
All right. Added that to Scarrets. We're all good. Good deal. Yeah, it's both of these days we made pretty good headway. It was 5 hours on course, 1 hour off course.
Yeah, we're doing just
But
peachy.
oh, we came up to another river.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, gosh
Looks
darn,
like it's
gosh
got a big
darn.
old fork in that river. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, the fork's got to be pretty big if we can see it in the river.
Yeah.
Didn't know there was that much metal sticking out of the water. Is it for a big
Har,
bull
har,
zone?
har.
Wow. Okay.
Okay, day 17. Since you're using magic circles to conceal your presence so nothing can try and eat you at night. And yeah, this is starting to be a drain on the wizard though. Because he is basically the mechanism by which you guys are eating, sleeping, flying, and surviving is all ghost.
So
All
it's time
day,
to
every day.
So it's time to have like a small vacation or something.
We can have a vacation when we're dead, okay? I'm pretty sure this is not easy on anybody in this situation, considering the fact that we have
Right. But most of
3
you guys
massive mana
are
batteries.
spending all your time trying to meditate to fuel Ghost, who's doing the work.
Yeah.
This isn't like cultivation fantasy. This
Okay.
where you could like go into meditation seclusion for like 2 decades or something like that. Like this
No.
is
Okay.
actually
Give
this is
me
tough.
my day 17 navigations.
You can
Okay.
only be a def
Are you
one.
guys going for the river, or are you just going to keep forging north?
It looks like the
River.
river goes north. I mean, okay, I guess we're gonna go.
I want to
River?
do the river. I don't. No. Let's talk about it as a group though. Do you want to go north or river?
I mean, it looks like the
That's
river kind of goes north. So if we start tacking northeast, we would probably be able to see where the river goes without necessarily being right on top of it.
nice. Okay. So have it within sight, but not necessarily on top of it.
Yeah,
All
because
right.
there's no
Uh,
shortage of nasty beasties that live within it.
our 3 and 4 are not going to be good, so we need 2 percentage rolls from Rodney.
All right,
Roll for our ranger, Rodney.
roll, roll, roll.
It was 150.
Okay, which one am I rolling now? Another
The
D100?
D100 again.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
5,050.
Does that one make it?
54 does. Yep, that's actually the
Okay.
number.
Oh.
Is a 54.
Nice.
Ah,
Nice.
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 You need one more.
Roll
Okay.
again.
Make those sweet rolls. Just need one more.
Go.
No. Ooh, that was the 4th hour. The 4th hour did not go well for us.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's an extra 50 for Scarret and back at it. Cool. So the same results as before. 5 good hours and 1 hour off course in the middle of that time.
Oh wow. Okay. We've definitely found a big river.
Oh yeah. Let us
Is
go
this river
north.
flowing north or south, Bruce?
Flowing
Flowing
south.
north.
North?
Okay.
Oh, those are tributaries. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking the opposite, but okay. That makes sense, I guess. So let us follow the river. Follow it, the river.
Okay. Then day 18 of you're trapped in the land of dinosaurs.
Northward we go.
All right. Oh man.
Well, you've definitely done some exploring on this continent.
Yeah. He
Yeah,
made
we
all
have.
of
Found
his
a
rolls.
lonely
Holy
mountain.
crap.
You know the valley of the dinosaurs.
Yep.
You know the river of thigh sucking.
Hmm.
We know the the monument of soul sucking.
Oh, did he make all of those? He made all of those.
Made him.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome! Wow, that's gonna be a metric crap ton of experience points.
Yep. I've been
Oh,
adding it
I
onto his
know.
character sheet.
Golly
Already.
dang!
I know. He's a critical character at this point. Without him, we would be up a river without a paddle.
There's a part of me that wants to, like, for our adventure to play a little bit of Tom Sawyer, but I am also not about to have us be like, yeah, let's travel on the water. Nah, flying is better.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Huckleberry
Storms.
Finn. That's what I meant.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, it's one thing to be on a river. It's a different thing to be in a huge body of water.
Yeah. Nope.
Storms can be very unpredictable.
Yeah, nope.
Yep, yep, yep.
So early in the morning, you pass what looked like the ruins of another ancient city at the mouth of the river delta.
That's another place we don't need to go to
And
and
it
burn down.
has been saltwater to saltwater land to port and saltwater as far as the eyes can see to the horizon for most of the
Saltwater.
day.
Are we at the top of the continent or whatever this large landmass is? Totally
Maybe.
not, alternate dimension Australia.
Totally not alternate dimension Australia.
Okay. Oh man, this puts us in a very precarious spot because Hire is gonna start demanding to going back to his own plane.
Right. Well, if this is literally we're at the ocean, we're gonna have to find a way to make our way across said ocean to
Yeah,
get to the northern hemisphere. So, and he's not gonna want to stick around like while we're on a giant body of water anyway.
right.
Yeah, not just no.
Right. But a whole lot of hell no.
You said he's not gonna want to stick around on a body of water.
Well, I
Yeah,
mean, he's not gonna want to stay on a boat that's literally on the ocean.
Oh yeah, not a boat, but maybe if we're flying above it.
depends on how you've heard the song "The Water Is Wide," but you don't know how wide the water is.
So we're gonna have to actually construct a watercraft of some type that we can fly then, because our wicker basket will not
Uh,
hold water.
well,
A
we
watercraft you can fly?
Yeah, okay, so we basically have a glorified like kind of flat looking canoe type thing. So imagine, if you will, that we construct ourselves um a boat of some kind that we can then climb into and fly. Literally, like we can use the wind and stuff like that to travel during certain parts. But if we wanted to go at a faster rate, we can pick it up and fly it. Especially if there's, like, I don't know, giant beasts in the ocean that want to eat our face, we can be like, hey, nah, we'll fly away.
Well, what do you've got Pyre fueling your flight for one last day.
right. Um, my thought is that we could try to bridge the gap between this continent and the next one with one more day.
Well, the thing is you can always recall him
Mm,
again. Like,
Until he's
Yeah,
had some time to rest.
well, yeah. So it's going to take us some time to build a craft that can actually be seaworthy enough.
we don't really have the skills
I
for
thought
that.
you were a
But
Navy man.
We have magic. We're kind of slightly cheating.
Right. But did you just suggest you were going to Samoan your way across like the Pacific?
I mean, it depends on how far away I mean, we're at the equator, right?
No.
We're not at the equator.
Astronomy and nav.
All right, I'll try that. Give me a second here. Oh yeah, that's a 13. I definitely made that. No, 13 out of 49. That's a pretty darn good roll.
Yeah, he's gonna start getting angry and hostile, and 12% per week chance that he could, in a cumulative 12% chance to hostility and likelihood of killing me.
Yeah, well, you can just let him go before it gets crazy. So
You'd say you are 12 degrees and 25 minutes south.
that's
12
pretty.
degrees and 25 minutes south of the equator.
That's still a pretty big distance.
Okay, how many degrees is it if we were to put that 12 degrees on the map? Like, do we have a good idea of like how many miles that is? Is that 1,000 miles south of the equator, or is it?
You know, with the gravity being somewhat similar on this planet to Earth. Um,
Yeah.
So 1 degree is approximately 69 miles.
okay. That's wow. That's 828 miles right off the bat, and then it's an additional 25 minutes. So we're probably talking 900 plus miles. Yeah, this is
You haven't even taken latitude into consideration.
right, and we don't have any kind of guarantee that, like, okay, once we actually reach the equator, is there going to be land mass beneath our feet? You know, we could be, depending on the topography of the planet or the geography,
Yeah.
we might be even further away from an actual mass of land.
Yeah. Well, the latitude is the one where we're 12 degrees south, 12 and a half degrees south, basically. Longitude is like saying
You have no clue.
if we're,
You
yeah,
just don't
like
know.
where the next closest landmass is. I want to say that there is an option for this, but trying to figure out how fast somebody can move with astral projection.
Mach 1.
I mean, that would at least give us a heading, at least an idea of where we could go if we, got someone to do astral projection. That's not a bad idea.
You
Okay,
know who
so
you're
in the
going to be
matter of
relying on again?
Say what
what's
now?
that?
You know who you're going to be relying on again?
Ghost. Yeah.
Ghost.
Right.
2 straight weeks of Ghost saves the world. He also doesn't have to breathe in astral form. I'm shutting
So he
up.
can go. He can
Lore
go.
magic.
So he can go straight up.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, he could. Oh, okay. Go basically right to the stratosphere, and look in all the directions and see where the closest landmass is.
All right.
That'd be great. Yeah.
You're going to make me draw a new map of the entire Palladium world. I hate you.
Well, I mean, is it not the most logical way of which to go about this?
I just said I hate you. I didn't say anything else.
Yeah.
My map lines.
Right. All right. So yeah, Ghost is the one that figures that out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody look up. The rules for projection on Ghost if you're going to use him for it. That
I
assumes that he
actually,
doesn't run into a spiritual entity that eats him.
yeah, he has it actually copy and pasted to his character sheet.
I didn't say it would be difficult. I just said you needed to do it.
Okay. So 44 minutes of prep.
Yep.
A long silver thread or cord connects the astral body with the physical self.
What's the maximum range?
Uh, 1 minute of time in the physical world can be an entire day or even a week in the astral plane.
So we won't be hurting on time.
The astral body is vulnerable to psychic attacks from ghost entities and creatures of the astral plane. So he's probably looking for coexistence in the material world, so that way can
Okay.
be seen only by other psychics, young children under 13, animals, and most supernatural creatures. Flight Mach 1, which is actually over 700 miles an hour, but it says 670 max. See the
It
invisible
depends
past
on
all out of
the
previous
density
physical.
of the air.
Gotcha.
But you're pointing out that you want him to because he doesn't need to breathe that you can, because you guys are from the you're going to use him as a satellite to map your way home.
Yes, absolutely.
And that was Brosbro who thought that up.
Yes.
The thought of what?
Sending him like a satellite practically into orbit.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say I was the one that came up with astral projection to go and
Yeah,
map it
you
out.
were
But
the
yeah,
one that came with astral projection for sure.
yeah, yeah. But going and using it to map out the area, definitely.
Not the world.
Right.
Like because he can orbit the world. There's no real.
Mm-hmm. That would tell us exactly where we need to go.
Yeah, suck on that, Magellan.
Hey, it doesn't talk about a limit here. I don't see. I'm reading through it.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Okay, question. Okay, hold on. How long to orbit Earth at Mach 1?
Oh no, it takes way too long.
No,
That's
yeah.
Palladium's also bigger than Earth, I thought. Is it the Palladium world? Is it not?
No.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Whoa. Okay.
But it is something that when you look at it, you go, all right, the top of the stratosphere is 31 miles, for example.
This really does
You
look.
can see over 500 miles in distance. If you were to go up 253 miles, which is International Space Station, you can actually see over 1,500 miles on the
Right, so
horizon.
I'm showing you the whole map.
Yep.
Wow.
Dang! I wish we would have thought about this astral projection thing earlier. That would have really helped.
I did think about it. I just wanted us to have some fun.
Oh, okay.
And the players like beat you up after I stop recording.
I mean, I've been having fun, but yeah.
You have to put your dues in and earn the win, okay? You can't just cheat your way to it.
You can't just power gaming weasel your way into multiple Luca hooks. Is that what I'm hearing?
No, because then you have Darth Twitwhistle going and trying to murder you. frame you for everything bad that he's doing and murder you at the same time,
Uh-huh.
all while cackling while nobody's watching. Yes.
Hmm.
Palladium is one of 3 northern continents of 5 continents on this planet. All right.
We are still a very long way away from
8,000
home.
miles.
Golly gee willikers.
Murder me timbers. Oh.
Oh, only one problem? Goodness, fucking stranded in Palladium, Australia.
I need another astronomy check from
All right.
Ghost and Ghost alone.
Ghost alone it is.
Okay. It's a 56 that he needs to roll. So you want to do it,
Oh,
Roseboro?
I mean, I'll try to roll under 56.
Okay.
That is a 32.
Yes.
Uh, oh, great. And we're you know what? That gives me an idea. Yeah, to be continued. My suggestion instantly is for us to pick ourselves up and fly inland a little bit to get away from the coastline because, hey, um,
Surge.
surges are a thing and flash
Yep.
flooding, that kind of thing. So,
Yep.
Well, if you zoom back in on the pin all the way, you are a good 20 miles inland.
okay, well,
So you're
I
not
don't
going to
know.
get washed away. You're just going to be maybe beaten to death with hurled projectiles by the wind.
That's why we get into the tree line and the trees break up the wind and also catch the things that are being thrown about.
I think it should probably be something where we utilize Pyre's PPE that he has right now. He has 50 PPE. Let's book it inland. Find ourselves something actually underground if we can. If we have to murder our way through a couple of cave bears, we'll definitely do it. But don't want
Yeah.
to be around trees that can fall, and we
Yep.
definitely don't want to be anywhere that the winds are gonna beat us up or
And
flood us.
you'll have to let Pyre go before the storm hits because rain.
Oh yeah, he would get murdered easily.
Mm-hmm.
So a
Absolutely.
bucket of water inflicts 46 damage to him. I'm pretty
Goodness.
sure. Yeah, pretty sure that would be very bad.
Yeah.
But
All right.
yeah, so he has 50 PPE, which means he can do 3 castings. It's 36 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be enough time for us to find something more inland that's going to be high ground, protected from the wind and anything that could potentially fall.
Absolutely.
Well, no gaming session on Easter weekend.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a vigil,
There will be a
so
vigil.
Okay.
And according to my father, we're
Okay.
doing the whole vigil. And by whole,
if I hadn't already invited a communist Jew and his Muslim girlfriend to come to church with me for Good Friday, I'd be there.
mm-hmm. I don't
But I
think we'd
can't.
do it through the whole night, but it would be the full liturgy of it. So
Oh, okay.
yeah,
So
but
you're
no,
doing
hey,
a Saturday vigil? Let me know
oh yeah,
when.
Saturday evening, it'll be
Okay.
live on YouTube and Zoom.
All right.
Nice.
Um,
Woohoo!
all right. So the plan is I'm going to need a fate point from at least somebody to declare that there is a dungeon crawl you can do to get shelter to survive the Cyclone of Doom.
Lovely.
Well, yeah, without actual, like, without either a modern building or a major ancient building, you're not going to survive that kind of a storm.
Yow.
You know, it's kind of like Hurricane Katrina's coming, except wrong hemisphere.
Yeah, this is now a it's a hurricane in one hemisphere and it's a
Cyclone in the southern hemisphere.
is that what it's called?
Yes, I looked it up.
Goodness.
I've been plotting this all day. Yes.
Mm.
I just thought you guys were going to hit a different coast hours ahead of time. I thought you guys
No.
were going to be on this coast.
It's called a typhoon. That's the word. That's the terminology for it.
Sometimes
Typhoon is
but
Typhoon is when it's on like the Asian side,
yeah,
Pacific.
typhoon is only regional. The whole
Okay.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
But yeah, so I had to come up with something you couldn't run away from without an adventure.
without burning a fate point.
And so, like, you know, weather fronts the size of continents, you know, were in your future.
Run away from this, you filthy
I just
casual.
thought they were going to be like, I thought they were going to be like 1,000 miles closer in your future. So, but the like the GM rules for being outside in a hurricane is 3 separate 1d6 attacks per round.
Goodness gracious.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
thank you. No, that's bad. That's really bad.
And for Pyre, that'd be even worse. It would
Yeah,
be
well,
Yeah,
I
he
mean,
would just, you have to let Pyre
evaporate.
go or he's just dead.
yeah. Rain itself does 2d6 damage per melee round, and I was like, on top of the 3d6 that would happen, yeah, that would be pretty quick.
Yeah, that's bad news.
But
Okay, fine. And that's more. It's really hard to quantify how useful Ghost has been. I'll deal with him later. On top of skill checks, 300 for Badger.
Okay.
And most of that is the satellite recon idea that has now found your home.
Yeah. All right.
So 200 was for that. 450 for Scar in addition. Oh, I'm sorry. 550 for Scar, who was basically the idea man for the game.
Nicely done.
okay.
We've got an extra 100 for Daryl. I'll deal with him as long as you can keep track of how many skill rolls you did. You were only in the game for like 20 minutes, but I can squeeze out the general 100 for Yuri because he was part of everything.
Yeah, he was there doing stuff.
Yep. So that's about where we're at. Ghost is, I'm gonna have to just think about it because Ghost has kept the party alive, enabled the party to survive, enabled the party to get their goals, just mapped out the continent, has fed the entire party. I mean, it's just is the mechanism by which you guys travel, the levels of usefulness of Ryan's character, and the decisions he made in spending all of his fortune and learning all of every magic spell available. Without which you guys would still be here.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, we're still technically here.
No, you guys would still be like crawling your way to Mount Protuberance.
Oh my goodness! Freaking going through the Mohinga.
If it weren't for Ghost.
Yeah, no. Without Ghost, we'd still be in the Mohinga.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. In the thick of it.
And now you just have to survive Hurricane Katrina.
You know,
as one does.
I mean, no, I mean, I paid the fate points,
Yes.
and
You can
so we're
find.
gonna.
You can find. I will find you some ruins to dungeon crawl to get shelter to survive the incoming storm.
All right,
All
Mhm.
right.
nice.
Any other questions, thoughts, comments, short stories before I wrap this up?
No,
I think we're
all
doing pretty
good.
good.
Okay.
Ah,